Shall we do some cube? So I have this deck that we drafted that looks like dog shit, but go with me on this journey. It plays like slightly better dog shit. Yeah, it's this deck's not as bad as it looks. It looks like a pile, and it kind of is, but my mana is really good, and we have a lot of different synergies. We obviously have 2 pieces of power. We got Orcish Bowmasters and Hull Breacher, which are like absurdly powerful. We got Mana Drain. Yeah, this deck is like not as bad as it looks. It looks like shit, but this deck could 2-1. We unfortunately lost our first round, where we set up like a spot where we needed to draw. I think we literally had every non-land card that we could draw, aside from Candelabra, I believe, was an out. And then we just drew a bunch of lands in our 15 land deck. So what are you going to do? If I crash and burn and go 0-2 with this, then I'm just going to, you know, call the draft and restart. No need to play another. Well, it depends on how badly we get beaten, because like it's only 50 play points. But think of the content, you know. Think of the content. Think of the slop. You didn't even think of the slop. Twitch will add. What do you mean? Try it. Oh, right. There's a Twitch thing going on right now, right? There's like a it's like September. I got Astrid Perth for wait, is that an old message? I got Astrid Peth. Is it Peth? Astrid Peth. But every time I see that, I pronounce it like Perth. I picked up Kylie Minogue for mostly for Canlander. Try it in that Canlander deck. Oh yeah, I'll keep. Landmox Bankbuster, or we could just bounce our opponent into the dirt. Sneak. Pith. Lava Claw Reaches, huh? Or we could just play Wall of Omens. I don't think I need to play Wall of Omens. Obviously, I don't want to play Wall of Omens if I'm about to balance. Here's my Bankbuster. Yeah, it's like a 2-mana 2/2 that makes food and stuff. Kylie? Yeah, that's Kylie Minogue's character from Dr. Whomst. Oh, shit. Yeah, well. You know what? This might actually be okay. If they, like, Vamp Tutor to set up, like, Entomb into Archon of Cruelty, like, balance against that is pretty hot. And obviously they can't hit our Bankbuster and our Moxen. Trying to grab some music because I logged myself out of all of my accounts in order to try and get the Enchant World to work without having hogs in my area. Ooh, yeah, I'll play this. Just more mana acceleration lets me keep up the Spell Pierce. I think they're a blue deck. I think they have like Force of Negation in their deck or something. Oh, I mean that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But we still have this balance. Like, I'm going to balance them into the dirt. Or I'm going to try to balance them into the dirt. The World Spy Worm, Sneak Attack. Oh, I'm still just dead, right? They can take Sneak Attack, World Spine Worm, and... well, hold on. I can Spell Pierce the Sneak Attack, so we're kind of fine. You revealed 10 cards with Atraxa. And what are you putting in your hand? I got to imagine it's like... Sneak Attack, World Spine Worm, Land, Life, Death. Oh, they picked Firebolt? So they have Swamp, World Spine Worm, Sneak Attack, Firebolt. Swamp, Firebolt, Sneak Attack, World Spine Worm. And then this resolves. And then we can hit them with a Spell Pierce on the way down. Then we can bounce them. Although I have a lot of cards in my hand, so maybe I don't want to bounce them. There's that. There's that. I have to be a little worried about through the breach, but I'm at like enough of a life total that I can just not, you know, die to it. Firebolt and World Spine Worm, huh? I don't want to brainstorm here. Bowmasters. do like Bowmasters. Chandra. Regrowth and Chandra. Play this. I can balance here, which eats a land and a card out of their hand. That's probably fine. I think, because like next turn I'm going to start stocking up on cards, but I mean, I hit this World Spine Worm, which I guess shuffles that back in. I could wait. I don't necessarily need to do it this turn, I guess. Well, because I'm not drawing anything else that dumps out of my hand. I'm gonna fire this off. I'm gonna fire this off. Keep their resources slightly tight. Gross. I'd like to apologize to everyone for that. That wasn't even intentional. Okay. Come on, music. You think I could get a license for like Muzak? You know, like the elevator music? You think I could buy a bunch of Muzak and just like license it off for my streams? Yeah. That would be kind of cool, right? Okay, so they discarded World Spine Worm. So their hand is just Firebolt, which is nice because now I'm not as scared of them casting a whatchamacallit, Through the Breach, but I guess they shuffled back the Life Death. I'm a little worried about this Atraxa in the graveyard, but we can kill them around Atraxa. Oh yeah, you have this card. Oh, they drew this card. They put it on the bottom of their deck. Dang, I needed that blue mana to be able to ponder away my garbage. I'm gonna just do this now. They have a Firebolt, but I guess I should get them to attack because they can maybe use their mana first. Scruff, welcome back for the 56th month. How many eggs does Gaston eat again? Is it 4 dozen eggs into 5 dozen eggs? So I'm roughly the size of a barge. Thank you for the 56 months. Welcome back. How you doing? That's a long ass time. Ooh, yeah, you get to see real dog shit hours. Who's up? They probably, like, the Chandra's the most impactful card here, but I can't cast it. I'm a long time away from casting this. Ponder is obviously a pretty good magic card, but, you know, we don't have anything to cast it. And then Wall of Omens just replaces itself. But like if we go wall into land, like we can wall into a land into activate Bankbuster. Oh, yeah. Well, we can play Bergie and start smashing with the Bankbuster. That's kind of funny. We could regrowth balance if we absolutely have to. I don't think either of us have anything going on, which is kind of funny. Bomber Mensch. Yeah, I think the balance there was the correct call because it really just like slammed them on their mana. Pillar Field Docks? What do you mean? We have the draw 7. Also, we have well, Bergie's over here, so maybe not. Dude, this Pillar Field Docks is going to kill them. Bet. Big bet. Ahoy Root Potato, how you doing? Last night for AFK, we did a 6-person Lorcana draft, and I drafted a I tried to draft like a 1-drop zoo kind of deck, and I don't know if that's exactly how you're supposed to like approach aggro in it, but it kind of worked out. I did win one of our games. I think it's normally played best of 1, but I did win one of our games. Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? Do I want to? I kind of wanted to regrowth the... I'm going to regrowth the talisman. Bergie adds a red. And then I'm going to cast the talisman and then ponder. Even though we have a land here, I guess I don't need to... Oh, what else am I doing with my... I could draw a card off Bankbuster. Yeah, maybe I should save this ponder. If I draw a card off Bankbuster... There's also like regrowth Bowmasters and then crew and try to smack them. I believe I'm setting up to kill them in a couple of turns anyways. I could Bankbuster here to try and draw a card. I think that's the best use of my mana. And I can play this Rafine's Tower because like I'm not pondering it to anything. Ooh. Yeah, I could ponder into Bankbuster, I guess. That's right. I keep forgetting about this Bergie. Like the Bergie mana, as a magic card, I forget about Bergie mana for everything. In my head, I don't know how to word this, but I only associate this card with like artifacts. I know obviously it doesn't do that, but yeah, I watched some Lorcana last night as well after the stream. I booted up YouTube and I watched some Lorcana matches and I was like, oh, this looks fun. Like actual, like competitive Lorcana. That balance was so clutch. All right. I'm going to bring in this. I think I like Metamorph and then we can cut Salvagers and LED. Just jam that. Because now Metamorph against... We have our own cards that I actually don't hate metamorphing. Right? Like copying one of our mana accelerants, copying... Hull Breacher or Bowmasters. Ooh. Yeah, I'll keep. We got Mana Drain. We got Inti. Yeah, no. Lorcana was a lot of fun. And any recommendations on channels? Yeah, let me... I imagine the one that I ran in, that I like watched was the one that YouTube was like, this is the most popular one, or like, this is the one that is most similar to the ones that you watched, or like the other kind of content I watch. Cause I don't watch like, what's up gamers? It's, you know, what's up gamers? It's sell energy drinks to kids here. And today we got a really special episode. I'm just playing this candle. This candle can let me mana drain them. Like, so I think it gave me a relatively like chill kind of Steadfast was the name of their channel. I'm gonna drop. Oh, it's probably playing the video in the background. I'm gonna drop the link in here. Sell me energy drinks
to scout for, you know.
Yeah, that's the channel that I watched. Also, the game seemed pretty, like, I looked at prices of decks, too, and it, like, yeah, the first set really crashed, which was good. That's, you know, really like that. How you doing, Matt? Thank you for the continued support. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully, I'll get to go out to more, I mean, my plan for 2024 is that I will get to go out to more Monday night events. To jam. Lorcana has a fan-made digital client. Uh-oh. Pressure. What do I have? I have a lot of lands, but I forget. I don't really want to play this fetch just yet. I think I'm going to play Forest, and I'm going to pass. And I can mana drain using the Candle Opera, which is pretty funny. Thoughtseize. Well, don't want you Thoughtseizing all my secrets. Also, they're likely going to Thoughtseize this mana drain. And so if I can get some mana off it, I will. Nuts of Odin, welcome back for the 55th month. How you doing? How you been? Glad to have you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for all the support. The meta is rough. There's basically only 2.5 real decks, and Emerald's unplayable. Those decks are fun to play. Yeah, I'm not exactly looking to play, you know, I gotta level with you. I don't take these kind of games seriously on a competitive level until there's some amount of like card pool to go from. So it's just kind of neat to look at these decks and be like, oh, I could build this for like $40. And if there was local, like I could build this for $40 and probably show up to a local event and have fun. Ooh, Shell Dock Isle. I'm gonna brainstorm here. Okay, kind of like keeping this metamorph. Do I have? I think I have a red source, right? I think I can play. I can fetch or something to Inti, even if it's tapped. We should be fine. Yeah, I have a Taiga. That's what it is. Okay. So I probably want to put back Island and Rafine's Tower, or I don't have this. No, I need this Rafine's Tower. Island and Swamp is what I'm putting back. Taiga. I think I like playing Inti. I could also regrowth mana drain. Maybe I should have actually regrowth mana drain because this is like the turn that they slam. This is the turn that they slam their whatchamacallit? Sneak attack. We can also metamorph their Burgi. What's Buckies? Bookies? Is that like fat in people's faces that like celebrities are like, you got to get rid of it? Okay, we're not getting sneaked. Oh, that's pretty good. Colgan's Command. I'm actually okay if my opponent just like tries to mid-range me out. Because I don't know, like, I don't know if I'm that scared of this. Ooh. Oh. Let's regrowth this mana drain. It's a gas station. Oh. Sneak attack. Frostodon. Yikes. So we're getting hit for 7? Okay, now I'm a little worried. But like I can balance these out. I think we could balance things out. Ooh. Do I need this talisman? Not really. It gets a card out of my, I mean, I'm either discarding it. I think I have to play this. And I can play this. Excuse me. Oh, Heartbeat of Spring. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna balance. Choose 3 lands. 1, 2, 3. Done. And then they lose their things. Obviously not great to sack a couple of my lands, but we have some mana. We have our Heartbeat, so if we draw a Time Spiral, we can work towards that. As long as they don't play anything too bad this turn, then I feel pretty okay. I mean, we could copy their Mox Diamond. Like, it's not... Yeah, we could... If we draw... we can trick off here. Okay. If we draw Mox Ruby, if we draw our Mox Ruby and we can metamorph our own Mox Ruby, that's pretty good. And they're not doing shit. They have a lot of dead draws, right? They also have a lot of draws that just kill us. Oh, that's pretty good though. That's a nice little a bit of cushioning. What is this pile of cards? Oh, Matt, you don't want to know. You don't want to know, dude. I'll show you in a second. Show everybody after. I mean, you'll see it when we go to, if we go to the, well, if we go to game 3, you'll see it. And if I win this one, then we'll have won both our games here. Did we shell dock and then balance? Yeah, because then I'd have to discard it. And I didn't want to discard this metamorph. I would rather lose lands. Oh. Okay. Pretty good. Huh? All we need to do is draw, like if we draw Time Spiral, we're gaming. Or Hull Breacher into Time Spiral. Vampiric Tutor. Okay. Look at them. They played a card and lost life from it. I mean, that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's a 2-for-1 for me. Like I'm the one that comes out on top. I liked keeping this metamorph because I think it's one of the ways that it's one of our techs against them, you know, developing another threat or a big idiot. They have Flash in their deck, which is pretty scary, but I don't think I'm ever tapping out. Yeah, it's a card we can cast, and look, it sets us up for Soul Ring. Or if I draw a land that I don't want, genuinely playing this and copying Box Diamond. It's kind of funny. I think my best draw is like drawing a Hull Breacher into a copy of Hull Breacher or Bowmasters into a copy of Time Spiral. That's a good draw. You want to flash? Into turn flash? Oh, into turn through the breach. No. Now we have triple counter. What's under our shell dock, Kyle? Why, it's Heartbeat of Spring, of course. Spicy Napalm, what up? How you doing? Thank you for the 53 months. Jesus Louises, that's a long time. Glad to have you. Good to see you. Yeah, the heartbeat means that all we need to do is draw one red source, and then we can cast Chandra. You're casting Death, targeting your creature there. Yeah, I think I am scared enough of that to mana drain this. They're going to cast a sneak attack or a flash? Yeah, you are. Sorry, opponent. I had the triple counter spell because I'm a big luck sack. I'm a big dookie boy. Okay, wow. Okay, wow. Okay, wow. Hello and good luck. Okay. Oh, let me show you this deck, but get ready. Ta-da! Isn't it good? Post game, thank you too. I don't know. You know how I've talked about how there's something I don't understand people that comment on videos and say anything outside of like a meme or a compliment or like a, hey, have you thought about doing this? Like for a streamer, like that kind of stuff. Anytime somebody comments on like the kind of comments that are just like, why would you do that? What drives a person to be like, you know, actually, do I want Bomberman? No, this sucks. I'm just bringing an FTK in. Probably get lost. What drives a person to be like, oh, wow. Wow, you drew that? Oh shit, I did add a red card. I have a bunch of red sources. I was just pointing out something that I enjoy. Do people not do that? No, people. Oh wait, yeah, I have the dual land. See, Matt, you understand my brilliance and how to build upon it. Look at this. I think this Razorverge thicket kind of stinks. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, I don't know. It's baffling to me. It happens every North 100 showdown too, where it's just like, anytime someone makes a comment, like what goes through somebody's mind when they make a comment about like either a misplay or misreading a card, or like, you know, because it doesn't help. I mean, the primary answer is that it's just like a side effect of a certain brand of being a Magic player that's always right, that is, you know, those people just want to be right. Yeah, it's a combination. It's either they want to be right, or it's like the tism is, I get that part of it, right? But you know, it's very weird. It's a thing where it's just like, you're not helping anybody. Like, I'm not going, like, what are we going to do? Are we going to see this and just be like, oh, okay, we got to re-record. We got to re-record. This thing that didn't have any impact on the game, or the outcome of the game at the very least, was misinterpreted. We can't do this shit again. Yeah, there are kids and teenagers that are on the internet. There's so many of them. It's just, I like doing this. Get this inty down, and then we can start to chop through our opponent. Don't kill my inty. Charmed, I'm sure. Making a treasure? Yeah, okay. I'm a little scared if their deck ends up having, whatchamacallit, Tolarian Academy. Good draw, good draw. Oh, I guess I could have maybe done this before playing my land. Do I want to do this right now? Yeah, sure, whatever. We'll draw something good. We'll draw something good. A regrowth. I mean, do I really need to keep up drain for this? Probably not. How about we do this? Give me back my Misty. Oh yeah, this triggers off of every discard. That's kind of funny. I think this is a problem with the new card cycle, is that like I first read this card like a month before other people read this card, and my brain has cataloged it as good and like vaguely what it does, but because I've only played with it like a couple of times, the specifics of the card have not like locked themselves in, you know? Yeah, this card pops off with every kind of discard. Seething Song. They Lorien revealed for a Seething Song. Well, I can get rid of it with this. But, you know. I thought about keeping this drain up. They might not actually kill this. Yeah. Oh. It's almost somehow worse. I mean, I guess it's fine because they used a, you know, they used a card. This balance is looking pretty nasty. Do I even have an untapped white duel? I don't. So they get to Chandra me. I thought I had a Savannah, but that might have been a different deck that I drafted. It's pretty funny. Our mana sure exists. This mana is great. Ooh. You got no cards in hand. I think this, you know, benefits you. So I'm just going to mana drain this. None of my cards really do anything, but you get the chance to play all your cards before I do. What? This balance is going to be a Wrath of God. That's great. Who doesn't love Wrath of God? Uh-huh. Now, unfortunately, we don't really have anything else here. Uh-huh. Being a little clogged on white mana is a bit of a pisser, but that's fine.
Gives me conniptions.
All we need to draw is Hull Breacher or like I don't know.
Another one.
We don't even have like a great Underworld Breach set up. Play a creature. That would be so sick. Just play like another creature. Oh my god, they did it.
Gives me conniptions.
Steely Dan fan, holy smokes. Thank you for gifting 5 subs to the community. That's extremely generous of you. Damn. Those subs went to Brownie Points, Parrot, Daytime Feelings, Spleen Lord, and Mark Nut. Oh, that's a cute combo. They have Fury on top.
Another one.
Do you want to put Fury? I mean, Fury is kind of scary because it's a big boy. Oh, okay. I don't need to balance just yet. Oh, ho ho ho! Kendall. They can turn a thing into a Thopter. Candle's great. The Heartbeat of Heartbeat of Spring into Time Spiral would be pretty good. So much of this deck involves us just drawing Time Spiral. Resto Angeling a Wall of Omens just felt so mundane back then. I want to go back. I fucking missed them. They got a Black Lotus in here. Damn, Black Lotus Time Twister? This isn't fair. My opponent's deck looks good. I didn't agree to this. Okay. I think it would make more sense, unless they want to use their mana to turn this into a Thopter, but it makes more sense to just bump this. What up, Cal? How you doing? Am I winning? Oh, yeah. I mean, does it... Look at this. Am I winning? Oh, there it is. Oh, but... Okay, hold on. So I go to 23 cards. Draws to 22. Draw. Okay, I draw Heartbeat. We have 22. And I draw Shelldock Isle. And then I can Shelldock. Okay, I'm keeping this. So this. This. Oh, but this lets the Ballista. I mean, I think this is still fine. What are they, like, the Ballista for 2 more? Yeah, I just don't give a shit. This is gonna be sick, because I get to draw next turn. I draw the Shelldock Isle, we play the Shelldock, and I can untap it with Candle. Oh, yeah. Ah. All right, we just need them to brick. We just need them. All I gotta do is brick, because that Shelldock Isle is finding us a time spiral. Dude, they're so dead. Oh, there's a lot going on for sure. Don't worry. It's all under control. Benny Wheels has it all under control. I got a balance on the stack. I got a Heartbeat of Spring with a Candelabra of Thanos. I'm in my element. If you ever wanted to know what if you ever wanted to know what I was doing in Canadian Highlander in 2009, it's this. And potentially this. Big Moon Knight random bullshit go energy today. Look, we had all this shit in front of us. We had to do something with it. You know? Are they just... Yeah, I go to 4. 2 to make a thing. 1, 2. They have 8 mana. So it lets them make a 1/1. That's it? Oh yeah, get rid of that Spell Pierce. Don't need it. Don't need it. Add an Oaken Shield Jund Dragons. That's a hell of a deck. That's great. Tetsuko. Yeah, you should play Tetsuko. Tetsuko with like a bunch of Ophidians, right? Yeah, what is better than playing an Ophidian? What if a creature... This is truly the most sicko fantasy you can think of. What if a creature got to draw you cards and not deal you damage? Oh, and they drew the land? Okay, they're dead. They're so dead. They are so dead. Now all we need to do is just get a case of the run goods here. That's all I'm asking. It's just a little run good, please. Ooh. Oh, what can I do? Okay, hold on. What do you... Exile top 5 cards until your end of your next turn. You can cast instant or sorcery spell. Cast an instant or sorcery spell? But the first instant or sorcery spell I play gets copied. There's also Underworld Breach, which we can Underworld Breach and like Ponder. Or regrow, ponder. Oh, we could ponder a couple of times. I think we go Chandra, right? But Chandra's so much mana. Do I actually have enough mana to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 14. I have 14 mana. So if if we hit exactly Spiral, we can do it. I'm going to, yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, our color's fine. We got a lot. I'm gonna do this. White, red, just a bunch of blue mana. Yeah, I know how Shelldock Isle fucking works. I've cast cards off Shelldock Isle before. You've actively watched me cast cards off Shelldock Isle. Okay, top 5, baby. Top 5. Let's go. Time Spiral, baby. Love the Mets. Oh. Oh, no. All right, I'm going to do something you should never do. Whatever. Okay, this Terra Sunder's getting in here. Metamorph could probably get in here. This Wall of Omens seems not great. All right, well, you hate to see it. Yeah, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Maybe Breach is just better there than Chandra. Chandra's just one spin to the wheel. Breach, we get to ponder a couple of times. It's a little tight on our blue mana. I think I should have gone with Breach. Well, that's fine. I think in hindsight, I think it should be Breach. Should have been Breach. But also just like in the moment, I think Breach maybe gives me more flexibility. I can only ponder. I think I only had 2 spells I could play. I'm keeping. Okay, here's why I'm keeping. I've got the Candelabra. We have 3 of her 5. We have 3 of her 5 colors. We have pretty good mana. And we can reprieve their first card, and if we draw any blue card, what? Are they?
How dare you?
What? What would Pondering Mage have to cost me to be happy casting it? Like 2? What are they doing? Did they keep a no-lander? They must, no. They must have kept a no-lander with, like, Black Lotus. I think they kept a no-lander with Black Lotus. Shit. I was kind of banking on them playing something so I can reprieve. Yeah, I think they kept a no-lander with Black Lotus. But if they don't do anything, I'll take it. Uh-huh. I'm not reprieving that. I can't reprieve that. God, I wish that were me. Okay, we got the combo. We got the combo here. I stand by this keep. This keep still has time to unpack and unwind. Oh yeah. I don't. They could have kept the no-lander with a Mox. I don't know. And now I'm a little confused as to what they kept. Maybe they thought that they had some. It must still be Black Lotus. Okay, yeah. Now we're fucking gaming. Yeah. Now we're gaming. Now we are gaming. Actively gaming. See, my mana is like perfect. Ooh. Gonna cast Burgie. Go to Brainstorm. Got a red. Try to hit another blue or another land. Ooh. Well, don't think I'm casting Balance anytime soon, but I can do that. And then I can untap this. I can untap this. Done. Use that mana and tap. And we can slam this Hull Breacher. Or I could slam Bowmasters with Spell Pierce. If they got a Chain Lightning Burgie, I Spell Pierce it. I candled there in case they have like instant speed removal and I don't want to get caught with my pants down. I don't know what they kept. But you don't just keep a 0-lander. EI? Nah. Nah. No, I'm good. Chain Lightning by Burgie. Yeah, that's fine. Oh shit. I could have that was a misplay. I could Bowmasters and then I could use the double red. I could have Bowmasters and then use the double red to copy Chain Lightning. That's kind of funny. Bankbuster. What was the other card under? It's balance, right? I don't need the balance, so I think I'm going to just play this Bankbuster. And then draw with Bankbuster. I could have played the Inti. I could still play the Inti. Should I play the Inti? Yeah, I should play the Inti. And then I can discard balance next turn. Yeah, we could have used that red. I haven't played any Timeless. I don't own the cards for that format. And it feels like it's a waste of wild cards in my opinion. At least for me. Post-combat Inti? Yeah, I mean, I'm not using this ability. I want to keep these two. Although I don't necessarily need Hull Breacher if we have the Spiral. Yeah, I know there are fetches on Arena. But it's just like... My collection is basically set up to try and play just as, you know, for Gladiator or whatever. Your turn 1 Necropotencing? Yeah, but I've already done that. I've had enough turn 1 Necropotence in my life. I'm good. Timeless, the way that ooh. Right, you do have a Fury. The way that I've seen it is that like Timeless is just not really something, like it doesn't really offer much to me, you know? It just really does, yeah, it doesn't offer much to me. It's just like, I don't really need it as an outlet to play with these like very cool, powerful cards. Uh-oh. Well, I can Hull Breacher and attack this. Fury is such a messed up Magic card. Oh. Oh, big stretch. Uh-huh. How is it that my opponent that kept a 0-lander has more lands than I do? Or, well, they have the same mana lands. They have more mana sources than I do. Fuck, I might lose this game. Unless I draw, like, Time or Harpy to Spring. Prismari command? Holy shit. Yeah, I'm just going to lose this game. Yeah, I mean, we dealt with the EI. They had the Bauble and the Lori revealed, but we dealt with the EI, so they've just been drawing lands. They kept a hand with like 7 cards, no land, and they've just been drawing lands every turn. But I tried attacking like their card draw, right? The ones that I could. I mean, EI is the big one. Is there Is there a way? I mean, I could have played around the Hull Breacher. They have more creature removal than I thought. Ooh. Alright, this finds Rafine's Tower. If I'm able to fire off this time spiral, even though they get to draw all these cards as well, I'm the one that gets to play out my cards and potentially balance them before they can use anything. That's kind of cool. Ahoy, Aboria, how you doing? You have another card? Oh, Fable. And Fable's kind of annoying.
Eggs! E-double-G-S eggs!
Ooh, I could regrowth. I think I have to regrowth this Hull Breacher. Although... I don't want to play it, right? Because I want them to... I don't want them to kill it with Chandra. I'm going to let them Fable here. Yeah, you can do it. You can rummage. Onion Flake, welcome back for the 13th month. What up? How you doing? How you been? They did not rummage. Glad to have you. Good to see you. Happy holidays to you too. And may a plump... Ooh. Sorry, opponent. You only get to do a couple of damage to me. No spells for you. Which means... Excuse me? Come on, land. 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 Bill. 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 Land. 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 Oh. I know I gotta get rid of this at some point in time. Come on, land or a Mox or a Heartbeat of Spring. Land, Mox, or Heartbeat of Spring. That's all I want. All I want for Christmas, by powers of Christmas and Hanukkah combined. Give me a land or Heartbeat of Spring. Yeah, you can play an NG. What are you gonna find? You gonna grab your Retrofitter Foundry? Yeah. By the power of God and anime, land. Oh, that's pretty good. Heartbeat of Spring. Blue, 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 blue. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Blue, 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 red, red, black, black. Time spiral. Yeah. Here's hoping it works. Don't kill my Hull Breacher, please. Please don't kill my Hull Breacher. All right. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. This is a very terrible draw 7. I mean, it lets me... I guess I can get lost this. I can play a Phyrexian Metamorph. I could copy Mind Stone, but I think I'm copying Reflection of the Mirror Breaker. And then I am going to regrowth my Get Lost. I'm going to Get Lost this. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that. attack you with this. Oh no, I drew 7. My opponent has 0 cards in the hand. Yeah, but I drew 7 cards. They weren't that great. We could still lose from this, is what I mean. Is that I was hoping that we would actually win the game, and while we're in a pretty good spot to still do that, you know, forked bolt. We did draw. We drew a lot of lands in our 15 land deck. They can use these map tokens to like try and find a relevant card. More, but they tap their Mind Stone. Why'd they tap Mind Stone? Urza Saga. Saga's a pretty good Magic card. That's one way that they can win. It'd be nice to have this Get Lost. Ooh, that's a pretty good draw. None of those are good draws. Shuffle. Fuck. Okay, well. Yeah, these constructs are going to be pretty big. Chandra would be pretty strong here. And Underworld Breach would be pretty good. Well, Underworld Breach would be okay. Yeah. Cons drafts are going terrible. I've lost the ability to evaluate bad cards. I shuffled you away. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. Do I just want to? No, I'm fucking dead. I've just yeah, we got all the mana in the world and we just haven't drawn anything to do with it. Because they can make a construct here and then they can untap, make another construct, find Retrofitter Foundry, and then I need like balance, but I also can't counter Retrofitter Foundry. Like I needed to draw one of our filtering cards or something to push the advantage. This Hull Breacher. Couple of 5/5s. Ooh. We're not dead yet. That's true. Not yet. Cons is pretty fun, but it is like the classic like overrated set. It's pretty good. Or not overrated. It's a set where it's genuinely pretty good, but anytime people bring up like Cons draft, they're never like focused on like the actual good parts of Cons draft. It's just like, I fucking love Cons, the morph deck. It's just like, oh, but that wasn't that great. Or like they love Secret Plans, right? I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's the like spider spawning, burning vengeance style. People love decks built around enchantments that don't do anything, which makes sense. That's goofy. They're fun. Come on, anything. Okay, this could actually be something. Because we have the candle to untap it. Yeah, well. Maybe if they try to play a, like if they try to play like a draw 7 or whatever, we can get there, which is kind of fun. They might play a big draw spell. Just, I mean, not with Hullbreacher in play, but like in general, they might like kill this Hullbreacher and then try to play a draw spell. We can catch them into there. Like they're incentivized to get rid of this Hullbreacher because it can block, right? It's presumably giving me a shitload of blockers.
Eggs! Eggs! EGGS eggs!
Okay. Okay, I think I know what we actually need to do to win here. It's doable. It's more doable than you'd think. We need to draw Underworld Breach. And we need to Underworld Breach into Ponder, into Chandra, to kill them, to regrowth the Chandra, kill them. Balance doesn't actually do anything, because they just rebuild with Retrofitter Foundry in their lands. So we need to... Yeah, we need to draw Underworld Breach. It's how we win this game. We have good cards. Trust me, we got good cards. I guess I have floating mana. We need Underworld Breach. We have Lotus Field to fuel the breach too. Like we could play Lotus Field and you know. Yeah, I'll go to blocks. We could Lotus Field and sack Shelldock Isle, so we could regrowth Shelldock Isle and play it if we need to. Did you miss Lethal Company? No, you are about 4.5 hours early. You're about 4.5 hours early. Chain lightning me, I dare ya. Fucking dare ya. Oh, we could draw... I mean, if we drew Phyrexian Metamorph, actually. No. I don't think I want you to resolve that. If we drew Phyrexian Metamorph, we're in a pretty alright spot. Like, if we can Metamorph their Retrofitter Foundry, because we just have more mana. Okay. I really want to draw Phyrexian Metamorph or... Phyrexian Metamorph or Underworld Breach. I think we can do it if we draw those. Do I get another turn? Okay. I don't believe so, but maybe we can block in a way that we somehow survive. Unfort. We got to do the Hullbreacher time spiral thing, but it took too long to actually get off the ground. And that draw, live by the draw 7, die by the draw 7, you know? And that draw 7 was a bit dookie. It's a little bit dookie. Yeah, Lethal Company is like an incredible game. It's genuinely baffling how much fun that game is. I believe I'm just dead on board, but my opponent made some weird attacks last turn, so maybe they'll continue to make weird attacks this turn. Yeah, instead of going wide, they're going up. So who knows? Who knows? They might try to draw with Mind Stone accidentally or something. Yeah, come at me. Oh, I like that. I don't actually care about this damage, so I can shoot you. Yeah, my opponent made a very odd attack. So I'll take this opportunity. Now they can draw, obviously, but I don't know why they didn't boot up this. I'm not entirely sure why they didn't just make more servos instead of just going wide. Why this hasn't been attacking. This is a bunch of odd stuff. But it gives us another draw. Oh, fuck. Okay, well. Those are always the heartbreakers, you know, where just like your opponent gives you an opportunity to draw. Like they just like give you additional turns that you have no business having. I literally on board, I should have been dead 2 turns ago. And yet I get them. I get the opportunities. And it's just like land, spell pierce land, and that's not ideal. Okay. Let me draft another deck and then we can I will probably need to go and take some meds, but I'll do that after the draft. I played your outs. I think that deck was like not great, but that deck could definitely 2-1. You know? That deck could 2-1. And we were pretty unfortunate in that the first match too, right? That first match, we just kind of fell a little short. And that second match too, I mean, that was only game 2, but I feel like we could have done it. Give me a second here. Also, Tamtar, welcome back for the 56 months. Still great to be here. Thanks for all the content you make. Hey, no worries. Thank you for the support. Okay, what do we got? Kind of a weak pack. We have Fractured Identity, we got Memory Lapse, we got Ketria Triome, we got Walking Ballista, we got a Crater Hoof Behemoth without anything to go with it. I don't really want to take Hoof right off the start. I don't want to take... Ketria Triome's okay, because it's a Triome that's blue and green, and I like that. Savannah... Walking Ballista can technically go in any deck, and it's a good infinite mana sink and all that. I think it's between Memory Lapse, Identity, and Ketria Triome. Fractured Identity is really powerful, but it's also a 2-color card. I think I'm either taking Triome or Memory Lapse. This card is, like, fucked. Memory Lapse is not a real Magic card. I think I just want to take Triome and keep myself very open to what I can do. Ooh. Okay, so there's a Shieldred. There's an Oath of Druids. There's a Comet. Those are the 3 big things. I don't think I want to take Oath this early. I don't really want to take Oath. I could take Shieldred or I could take Comet. Shieldred's really good. Comet's also obviously busted. People don't respect Comet. Is Comet better than Shieldred here? I think I take Shieldred. I bet I could wheel Comet. Maybe not from this pack. This pack kind of sucks, but this card is broken. Maybe I should just take it. Yeah, the Comet's broken. I mean, Shieldred's broken too. I'm going to take Comet. We got a Verdant Catacombs. We got a Birds of Paradise. We got a Grim Monolith. Got a Utopia Sprawl. I kind of want to take Birds of Paradise and then wheel Utopia Sprawl if possible, or Sylvan Library. Could take Bop, and then I don't think some of these cards I'm going to mention are wheeling, but I could take Bop and then wheel Sprawl, Catacombs, Library, Confluence, maybe Grim Monolith, Orcish Lumberjack. I'm going to take Birds. I like Birds of Paradise. Ooh, we could take Delighted Halfling and do the all the Planeswalkers we can get deck. I think I like Delighted Halfling. We could take Pestermite. We could take Expressive Iteration. I don't really care about the other cards. I'm going to take Delighted Halfling. Ooh. There's Exploration and there's Sail into the West. I'm going to take Sail into the West. Draw 7s are pretty good. I'm going to take Sail into the West. Yeah. Yeah. I could take a Bayou. I could grab a Mind Stone, a Flame Tongue Kavu. Don't actually hate FTK. Could take a Seachrome Coast. Not excited to take a fast land. I mean, Bayou's not bad. We could take Bayou. I would rather get fetches over the ODs. Kind of kicking myself for not taking the Verdant Catacombs, but I think I'm gonna take this Bayou. Let me do some cool shit. Heartbeat of Spring. There is an Exploration. Could take Tendrils. Just try to do something with that. What's my other pick? Like Inferno Titan? Inferno Titan is just like a big top end card. Kogla. Yeah, we could take Kogla because I might take a natural order at some point in time. Yeah, I'll take Kogla. Am I taking Fertile Ground? I think I like Fertile Ground more than Chrome Mox, more than Charming Scoundrel. I'll take Fertile Ground. The Hoof Wield. I'm going to take this Crater Hoof Behemoth because I might get a natural order and I might start drafting towards these creatures. Yeah, I don't hate the monkey. I should do a stipulation draft where I take every Kamigawa card I see. Deal, but I get to pick which draft environment. And it's Betrayers, Saviors, or no, not Saviors. Betrayers, Champs, Champs. Or I guess we would do it Champs, Champs, Betrayers. There's a Primeval Titan. I got some top end NO stuff. The Crucible Worlds didn't wheel. Weird that Primeval Titan would wheel. I mean, Crucible doesn't have to. Crucible Primetime don't have to be in the same deck. Ooh, I'll take Utopia Sprawl. Card's pretty good. No, I don't think fetches are wheeling. I think people are kind of just on the... People have figured out that the fetches are pretty busted. I could take Green Sun. Green Sun just gives me another halfling and extras for these. And if I grab like a Reclamation Sage or whatever... No, where'd my dog go? I want my dog. I want my dog. Sure, Wormcoil Engine. Razorverge Thicket. Okay. It's back. There's a pest infestation. There's a Library of Alexandria. We're not really a library deck. And there's a strip. Pest infestation or strip. Copter's also pretty good. Like these three. I think I want pest infestation. This card is so strong. I do love strip. The Crucible didn't come around. Which means obviously I'm not wheeling one of these. I'm going to take this pest infestation. This card's broken. It's really good with fast mana. It's really good with the green stuff too. I could take Skull Clamp. Ooh, Skull Clamp looks kind of hot. Skull Clamp's going to work with some of our dorks with Pest Infestation, with Comet. I think I like it better than Stomping Ground and Torsten. Is Fast Bond. We're not really doing Fast Bond. We do have a draw 7. I mean, I could take Fast Bond. Take Fast Bond, then hope to get Time Twister. I bet I could wheel the Skull Clamp. I'll take this Fast Bond. There's a Bloodstained Mire, which currently finds Bayou and Ketria Triome. So Bloodstained Mire finds all of the colors of mana. There's a Taiga. There's a Vascular Dryad. There's an Omnath I'm not playing. I'm going to take Bloodstained Mire. Ooh, Entomb. We're not really doing Entomb stuff, though. I could take Ignoble Hierarch. Got a Polluted Delta. Delta similarly finds all this stuff. But there's no other... Yeah, I'm going to take this Delta. I have some mana dorks. I have dorks on 1. I'm going to take this Delta. Hierarch's pretty good. Doesn't add blue mana, though. I'd prefer Noble Hierarch, but I'll take Polluted Delta because it... Right now, both Polluted Delta and Bloodstained Mire add all of our colors. If I'm hoping for something, it would be a Scrubland. I'd like to pick up a Scrub... Did I see Scrubland in the last pack? I feel like I saw a Scrubland in pack 1. But I couldn't tell you if that was Scrubland or Savannah. Tale as old as time. There's an Overgrown Tomb. Don't really like anything in this pack. I could take the Sentinel. This card's really good. Kills people dead. Makes a bunch of tokens. Yeah, we could... That Savai Triumph might even wheel. I don't think I need more top end, but I think I could use some stuff. I'm going to take Sentinel. I think I like Sentinel. I don't need Overgrown Tomb. I don't really need Horizon Canopy. I'm going to take the Sentinel. There's a Zeator's Proving Ground, which is now going to... Still doesn't give me white off my fetches, but works well with the 2 fetches I have. I still don't even have black. I don't have a black card yet, but we can splash a black card pretty easily. There's also Llanowar Elf, and there's Rex Sage. What is this doing for me? I can already find untapped black-green. There's a Taiga that could wheel too. Would I prefer Rex Sage? I have Pest Infestation. Could take a Llanowar Elf. We have Pest Infestation, Kogla, and Green Sun. I'm gonna take the Zeator's Proving Ground. It opens up what I can draft. I don't like Titan of Industry. It's too much, and we don't really need it. We have some good top end cards. Do I take the Chariot? Chariot's a pretty messed up card to ramp into. I'm going to take the Chariot. Ooh. There's a Sylvan Caryatid. There's a Knight of Autumn. Caryatid's pretty good because we have some of these pretty powerful cards. I think I like this over the Knight of Autumn. Could take a Tameo or a Talisman. Tameo or Talisman. Tameo works well with the draw 7s. But I only have 1 right now. I could take this and just try to do like red-green stuff. Or like bigger green stuff. I'm already kind of doing that. Take Monster Manual. Maybe get a sneak attack. We're at the end of pack 2. It's Tameo or a Talisman. I think I want this Tameo. Ooh. Can get a Stomping Ground. Vorinclex. Kind of, again, we already have our big idiot quota on lock. Could take Garruk Relentless here over Stomping Ground. Yeah, let's do that. We could play Omnath. Or Kaito. Do I have... Is Kaito going to do what I want to do? It can return some of my stuff. I could take Kaito or Omnath. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm going to take Omnath. On the Ignoble Wield and the Savitram, I'm going to take Ignoble. And then, yeah, I'll take some other Claimer. We got a deck cooking up. I'd love a natural order. Would really like a natural order, and I think nobody's in green. So if I get a natural order, then we can kind of pop off. Yeah, I'd like a natural order, a Minsc and Boo, Gaia's Cradle. Some dual lands I wouldn't hate. You do a Time Walk. There's an Ignoble Hierarch here. Or a Noble Hierarch, excuse me. Ignoble Wheeling makes more sense than Noble Hierarch Wheeling. What does Flooded Strand get me? I could take Flooded Strand over Noble. I think I take Flooded Strand over Noble Hierarch here. And then I can wheel this Ren 6. These packs kind of stink, huh? Could take Draga Tree Speaker just for more mana. I think I like that over Wall of Roots and Friends. Do I want this Rafine's Tower? This gives me a white-black fetch, which I don't have any white. Yeah, I'll take this Rafine's Tower. Oh, Brain Freeze. I don't think we're a Brain Freeze Underworld Breach deck. I could take Courser of Crewfix. Or Voice of Resurgence. I'm going to take Courser and wheel Voice of Resurgence. This deck doesn't look that bad. I don't know if I want this Sail into the West. I still would love a natural order. Yeah, our mana's pretty good. We could splash basically anything. Ooh, Time Spiral. I don't have like a Hull Breacher or a Bowmasters or whatever. Or a Shieldred. We don't have a natural order for this Mystical Tutor. I mean, we could bring in Mystical Tutor to find Green Sun Zenith. Or Sail into the West. Or Pest Infestation. Or we could take Time Warp. I do like Time Warp. Yeah, I'm going to take Time Warp. I like Time Warp in these decks. I'm going to take Time Warp. And, oh, I'm going to take Grist. Yeah, there's Brainstorm, and we have 3 fetches, but, like, Brainstorm Mana Dork deck is always a little awkward. I'm going to take Grist. Didn't find natural... Oh, there's one more pack, right? Could take Raging Ravine. I'm a little worried about how many tap lands I'm going to have. Got 3 Triumphs, so I don't think I want that. What does this card do? Combat damage. Reveal cards at the top of your library. Sure. There's the natural order. Okay. Damn, and Aspirus Headquarters? Well, I'm taking natural order. Probably cutting Fertile Ground. I could take a Dismember. Sideboard. I could take a Wall of Boots. Scavenging Ooze is a pretty good pickup. Gives me more graveyard hate. Yeah, the buzzer beater. Whoosh. Crowd goes wild. I got a lot of... My mana's pretty good. There's a Voice of Resurgence. My mana's pretty good. We got a lot of acceleration. We got a draw 7. We got a Time Warp. Brain Freeze wheeled. Somebody... Breach must have just not been in here, right? This deck looks fun. Yeah, Voice of Resurgence works well with Natural Order. Ooh, Mystical Tutor. Am I playing this Mystical Tutor? We can Mystical for Natural Order for Time Warp for Sail into the West. Yeah, for Green Sun. I might play this Mystical Tutor. Don't know if I need this Scavenging Ooze. Do I need Wall of Boots? Do I need Tameo? Probably not. If I could do this. Oh, yeah. I think 5 green. So how many black cards do I have? I only have 1 black card, and I have how many? I have enough black duels. How many blue cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I have more than that for black sources. Blue sources, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I count birds, birds is everything, so I can't count birds. I could add another island. How many red do I have? We got 1, 2, and then 1, 2 red cards, and I have 1, 2, 3, I guess 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have pretty good mana, I think. We could add another island for the Time Warp, and for Mystical Tutor. There might be a setup where I want a Mystical and then Time Warp. I don't think I'm adding another green. I only have 2 white cards. What do I have for white sources? 1, 2. Yeah, I'm adding another blue, I think. I think this is the deck. I don't know. I'm gonna go and take some medicine. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then we'll be back and we'll draft this deck. All right. Let's rock. Oh. It's a little cold outside now. I mean, I know it's... Holy shit, Christmas is in 10 days? Oh. Very cool. No music? I literally... What? I pressed start on the music. And I waited. And it was like, yeah, we're playing the music. Then it's not playing. 11 days? No. 10 days. Hey, Mr. Wheeler, I'm going to run Commander Night at my LGS, but I'm putting you on to keep my Among Us plushie company. Please don't use any bad words, thank you. Well, if you know anything about the stream here, 12 days? No. Christmas Eve is Christmas. Like, that is, for my mom's side of the family, Christmas Eve is Christmas. Let me grab a blanket. Let me get cozy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at this hand. I just did something very funny to me where I saw this hand, I got so excited, and I instinctively reached for my headphones to put them on to listen to Devil Trigger. I don't know why, but looking at this hand, I was like, oh, I gotta listen to Devil May Cry. How do I not roast to death sitting around in a blanket all day? Well, I do have my window open. My window is wide open. I'm a big fan of open windows in winter, much to my husband's chagrin. Play this on red, and then we have all of our colors. Wonder why it's cold in the room. It's not even that bad. It's cold, but it's mostly just like, it's mostly my feet. Like, I'm like, oh my, like if I put on some socks, I'd be good. You know? I'm in a spot where, I know it's very like on vogue to be like, gosh, I hate the winter, or I hate the summer. I love the winter. Winter all the time, please. Ooh, give me the cold months. But I'm going to be extremely brave and say that I like it when it gets very warm, and I also like it when it gets cold. But not a fan of snow. Not to be too brave on Twitch.tvs, but you know. Here's my wall of boots. Are you gonna... Maybe they have a remand? You gonna remand my wall of boots? That's what I fucking thought. My hot take is that summer and winter both suck. I'm not a huge fan of snow. I mean, I kind of like looking at it, but living in it obviously is not great. But I like the heat. I like the warmth. The sun is great. You ever just go out and like sit in the sun? In fact, I did it too much. It's a large I didn't need any help given my genetics to have this complexion. But you know, being in the sun for too long, causing potentially irreparable damage to my skin, you know, will do that to you. You like seeing the sun? Yeah. Same also. What are you getting? What are you getting, champ? Esper Sentinel? Called it. No, attack me, come on. Yeah, it's the darkness is not great. Ooh. Do I need to play this tapped? I have pretty good mana. I don't think so. Ooh. Do I do this so I can mystical at end of turn? Try to time warp. Dog.
Eggs, eggs, EGGS eggs.
I got some squirrels. Arya Dream Girl, welcome back for the 14th month. So say ye and so say ha. Thank you so much for the support. Glad to have you. Good to see you. You reminded me of something that I want to bring up. You remind me. Where's my Twitch? Show me my recap. Show me my Twitch recap. My Twitch recap 2023. All right. I kind of want to do this would have been a thing to actually have its own segment while not playing a game. Look at these emotes. Our most used emote on the channel. Why is it so fucking zoomed in? Our most used emote on the channel was ook ook. And the second most used emote on the channel was just Ragavan. And then the third most used emote on the channel it's just the Monvulia ooze monkey. And then we have Yi, and then we have Ha. Adeline? Jesus Christ, they got Adeline. Mystical Tutor. Now, I can Mystical Tutor for Time Warp or for Natural Order. I feel like I want to get Natural Order. Yeah, the discrepancy between Yi and Ha is pretty funny. I think more people meme with Yi than anything. Though. Like, more, it's pretty close, but I think more people will Yi, or, yeah, they'll do exactly that. They'll go like, Yi, Yi, Yi. Or they'll type, like, they'll do... like this. Yes. Yes. A token. I think there's another stat that I find is kind of cool, although I think it is a little just like inflated. I think it's a stat that just shows up because not everybody streaming on Twitch is doing it for a job or whatever. And so, like, it is cool that we're in the top 10% of Magic, although that we knew that would be the case. I didn't know I'd be top 10% of MGR, but this is why is there a goat here? Top 10% of MGR is pretty funny. That game's great. Why isn't there a goat there? Well, it should be a rat for me and rat you. Oh my god, they just gave me priority. I'm still gonna do this because if they want to ranger captain me here, what is this one? I dome you out. I dome you out, and then I remove the loyalty counters. Because hoof is going to be 4, 8, 9. So that's 17. So they have to block with Adeline. Playing my land so I can pay for Esper Sentinel and pay for days if they have it. Although I think they might have Force of Will. Like the priority that they've been holding. Oh, I have on that. The way that they've like had priority up has felt very weird. So this is 16 total, and they have 6 that they can block. So if they just, but like a bulk of that is from Adeline, so they have to block with Adeline, which is nice. This might, we might lose Comet after this, which is not nice. But wait, is this attack bad? Did I was supposed to kill Adeline with this? I think this attack may have been bad. Because now they can kill Comet, they can kill the squirrel. I mean, I have this 5/5 and a bunch of mana. It's probably fine. No, you should be playing Comet and Jeskai. This card is broken. Like, you know, actual broken. It has a lot of words on it and has roll a d6 and people don't like it, but this card is just like not okay. Yeah, I don't think that attack was actually good. It is wild that my opponent didn't Ranger Captain me, though. Yeah. But I don't think that was very good. I think I should have potentially just gotten Time Warp, even. Or killed the Adeline and then activated it. Then gone for Hoof. But I think I should have gone for the mid-range plan. Because then we could kill Adeline, like kill Lavamancer. Like, what? Why are you bolting me? Why are you bolting me? I'm right. I don't have anything off the top that I can draw, so I'm just going to do this. They're bolting me if they have an exile effect for the hoof. Oh. Okay, this is what you're doing. That's a little scary. They don't have double red. My guess is they might have it in their hand. Courser. I'm gonna play a land. Draw a card. Or gain a life. Garrick's kind of cool. Kills this. Unless we're dead. But they would need to either Manamorphose here or like Pentad Prism. Sarah Paragon. That's fine. No, you put this card in your deck if you have Twin. They just might not have it in their hand is what we're thinking. Or they obviously don't have the mana, but... Sarah Paragon Ranger Captain of Vios is kind of funny. Yeah, I think I got so excited about my turn when I should have played a little differently. That's okay. cycle. In total, people spent like 7.4 million channel points. That's kind of funny. Why is the goat all over Twitch stuff? Oh shit. Garrick's just like a really expensive removal spell. Is this like their like mascot now? You gonna block? I only streamed in 5 categories. Ooh, what do we think they are? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not true. Hold on. This says that I streamed in 5 categories, but that has to be untrue. Oh shit, I didn't. Oh, they blocked like a. Oh fuck, I can still. I'm distracted, chat. I'm distracted. This was so bad. Oh fuck, man. I was distractive. I was distracted. I kill the Sarah Paragon, and then I can get Garrick to fight the whatchamacallit, not the Deceiver Exarch. I can get Garrick to fight whatever. And then we don't have to deal with this. But now I'm gonna lose this card. Was I always gonna lose this card? Yeah, it was so bad. I'm playing like poop. It's wrong. Every streamer was only in 5 categories. Oh. Yeah, that's very weird. I was thinking about it, and it's like not that far off, which is why I thought it might be potentially accurate. I think I must have streamed in like 3 more categories. Yeah. Fetches and dull spells. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good, not bad. I guess we were losing this, but then that means they would have to do this. God, I fucked up. I'm sorry, chat. Will you forgive me for my fuck-ups? Magic Online might not. I feel like my deck looks better than my opponent's, though. So, like, we got a good shot for the next couple of games. It's the darndest thing. I go and smoke, and then I come back, and once I start playing Magic, I'm making some really hasty calls. Oh, you want a Mulder Boop? There you go. Flashcard, welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing and joining us. How you doing? How you been? Yeah, I see you. Yeah, that match yesterday was a heartbreaker mediocre. A heartbreaker. I'm too doinked up. Oh. Yeah, you got eye boogie. Mulder got eye boogie. Bulber got eye boogie. Yeah. Well.
Eggs.
Holy shit. Nice lands. A lot of lands on top. A lot of lands. What does this green sun do for me here? Okay. Don't think I want to green sun that away. Yeah, that fast bomb would be great. But you know. Janice and Cad, what up? How you doing? Welcome back for the 16th month. How goes the cube? It's going all right, I guess. It's yeah. It's one of the streams of all time. One of the streams of all time. Oh fuck. Thought you get a kick out of this, Wheeler. My partner's coworker gave me a box full of commons, uncommons from Champs Betrayer's OG Mirrodin. I had a blast going through and enjoying the art and reading bad cards. Yeah, that's my... I started before that, but that's... I mean, obviously people know I like Kamigawa. But I feel like my like obsessive love for Mirrodin tends to get overshadowed by how vocal I am about Kamigawa. Mostly because for the longest time, you gotta understand, for the longest time, Kamigawa was like a laughing stock. Like it was the set that people would just make fun of everybody for. What is this attack? What is this attack? You got a bolt? You got this Grim Monolith? No, you're just okay. Hey, you know what? Cube is for everyone. All right? Cube, everybody can play Cube. Here's an Omnath. Spell Queller, huh? Spell Queller, huh? So I kind of want a Grist. I can get a Grist and kill this. I lose my Courser. But I think I can just kill my opponent if I get this Omnath in play. Unfortunately, I have to play my land first. OG Kamigawa like ruled back in the day too. It's obviously the cards weren't that great for gelling with the Mirrodin cards, but like the Kamigawa cards were sick and constructed for years to come, and across multiple formats. Like the oh yeah, you got a card fuck. Maybe this was bad too. But I genuinely think that I'm going to win this game with Omnath. Hopefully they don't have a daze. So bad if they have a daze. But yeah, Kamigawa added a lot to standard, or type 2 at the time, extended. I mean, it had Gifts Ungiven, Sensei's Top, Dragons, Jite, like... And that like, Type 2 environment was fucking great. That was a lot of fun. Draw. Okay. Now they're incentivized to kill this Grist. And in hindsight, I should have blocked this Esper Sentinel. But you know. I drew a land. They must not have Splinter Twin in their hand unless they have it right here. Or they have Kiki Jiki. The fairy, holy shit. Please, I'm begging you. They didn't attack. What, they didn't attack? What is going on? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. But I got a big one of these. What do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. I'm gonna just destroy one of these. I think I overtapped. Yeah, I overtapped because if I put in one more, then it's going to be 4, but then they draw a card. So I just do this. Huh? No. Sorry, I wasn't a big Monsieur Oiseau fan. Kiefer... Okay, thank you. Kiefer is saying, hey, do you remember that Monsieur Oiseau track where it just says Bruce Willis is dead over and over again? And I said no, because I didn't actually listen to a lot of that. I listened to like a couple of the songs. I think I listened to some of the remixes that they did. There's a song called Cut Dick. Okay. Am I getting Winds of Abandoned?
Sometimes I'll just get the phrase Bruce Willis is dead.
Bruce Willis is not dead. However, he is dealing with some issues right now. They evoked Revelark. So they could get DRC Esper Sentinel. Can't get Adeline because that's not how this works. I'm confused. Very confused. They have 5 blockers and they can untap their Grim Monolith. Or Grim Monolith.
Sunshine upon this
They can untap their Grim Lavamancer. Amber, welcome back for the 2nd month. How you doing? How you been? It was cool to see you tweeting about 60 card stuff the other day. Did I tweet about 60 card stuff? Did I tweet about vintage? Have I been tweeting? Oh no. I can't believe I've been tweeting. They need 2 blockers on to die? No, they block 5 and they shoot 1 with the insect token. I guess I could grist and kill this, and then they kill an insect token, and then I can kill them. But I'm going to... They've already seen some of these cards, so I'm gonna play them out. They're dead if they don't have anything, but I'm a little... This whole game is just confusing. I don't entirely understand it. I feel like I'm getting pranked. And I'm not trying to say this. I don't want, you know. I'm not trying to be too disrespectful. I'm not trying to be too disrespectful. I could cut Time Warp here. Time Warp seems a little less cool against their deck. Which actually makes Mystical Tutor less cool. And then I can just add more better green cards. Yeah, just a little bit of disrespect. I just don't understand how I made back-to-back misplays, albeit like not massive ones, but I did. And then I'm shocked that my opponent did not use their tools to punish me. Oh, the modern tweet. Right. Because I'm playing Amulet in modern. I like 60 card Magic. It's fun. I like sideboards. That's probably my favorite thing. Probably my favorite thing about Magic is sideboards, which is wild that it's wild that obviously all the formats that I am mostly known for do not have sideboards. Yeah, they rule. Sideboards rule. Didn't we cast Natural Order that game? We did, but we shouldn't have. Or at the very least, we shouldn't have cast it like that. Like, you could make the argument that I'm not supposed to Mystical Tutor for Natural Order. I'm supposed to Mystical Tutor for Time Warp there. Because then I can Time Warp with 2 Comet activations and a redraw. And that's pretty strong. Especially because Comet can then return Mystical Tutor to my hand, depending on the roll. So, Mystical Tutor, Time Warp, Comet back, Mystical Tutor. Is pretty fucking good, because then that lets me untap and then Natural Order and do the stuff. If I don't roll it that way, that just lets me make a bunch of blockers. And if I do roll, like, it works for all of the rolls, basically. ROLL. Yes. But, yeah. I don't think I played that part well. Some of the other blocks and, like, sequencing I played wasn't great. But I just did not get punished. And in fact, my opponent made certain game decisions that had no, like, negative consequences on their end that could shut me out of coming back. And then, you know, they did. I was told on, so hold on. I was sold on Topless and there's multiple layers, but I guess that's Magic. I don't actually know. I heard Topless meta for the first time yesterday. I don't know what this is. I haven't, for, you know, pretty obvious reasons, I haven't Googled it. I have no idea. What do you mean topless meta? Is it just people going topless? Okay, I'm gonna be very brave. Twitch topless meta. I mean, I guess if people show it on Twitch. Oh, it's just people are streaming topless and it cuts off at their, like, just above their nips. Is that it? Who gives a shit? People were doing this already, right? Wasn't this already being done? Mulder. I'm going to keep. This obviously needs another land, but we have those. If we don't draw land, we can draw some acceleration, but this can be turned to Sentinel. And, like, if we draw the if we get the Sentinel down, we're likely hitting other lands, or we're able to, like, churn through our deck a little bit more. Or we could just dirt out. I'm fine doing that too. Guess I'm going to name red. Yeah, who gives a shit? I've seen that they've updated some of the, like, the rules regarding this. I just had never heard of topless meta. That particular phrase was posted over and over again. And is it just, like, hasn't this always been the thing? Like, I guess at first it was hot tub streaming, and then they, like, there's just a, oh. That's fine. Like, obviously there's the crowd of, like, oh, what about the children? And it's just like, that was never a priority, very obviously. right? That's always the case. It's never actually about them. It's just, have you seen what's on Twitch outside of like people getting naked or barely naked? Uh-oh. This card's gonna kill me. Please. Also, we drew our natural order target, which is not great. Yeah, turn behind. That's fine. This is great. We'll be fine. There are other things on Twitch. Yeah. The idea of watching some of these like sexual, I guess it's the interaction. It's very weird to me. Like, look, get that bag. I don't give a shit. Right? It doesn't make any difference to me if it's flagged 18 plus. Yeah, do whatever you want. In fact, I encourage you to do whatever you want. But it is very weird that it's like, why go to Twitch? You know, there's the internet, right? Like, you could just there's a veritable Milky Way galaxy of pornography out there. But even like the parasocial relationship part of it, like that exists in that like sector. It's just very, I mean, I guess, you know, however you want to yoinky or sploinky, you know? Or at least that's what I've always said. Oh, shit. We could still win this. We just need to get a Kogla. I mean, yeah, I imagine the actual reasoning is that it's some kind of like, well, I can't go watch actual pornography because that's a sin or whatever. Or it's just like, you know, the poor, they got what is it? When I was a kid, it was Net Nanny. That was like a thing put on my computer by my parents so that like I couldn't go to websites that were flagged or, you know, watch certain things. It didn't work. In fact, it worked against my parents. Is that they put this Net Nanny thing on our computer to be like, all right, this way you can't watch anything with sex or with, you know, violence and death and whatnot. And our kids are safe. And then I was like, oh, okay. So now my parents don't actually, like my parents do this and now they think like, well, now I don't have to do anything, right? I've got it covered. The Net Nanny's doing the hard work. And then it didn't matter. You just, like, I so quickly figured out how to actually change stuff on the Net Nanny. You know? I just figured out how to do it immediately, being like, okay, so I could just like open these windows like in a cool way that my parents don't understand, and then I'm good to go. Right? Or I could just go into the settings and just change everything. And open the floodgates. My sister would rat me out? No. Nobody would know. My parents had to go to bed earlier, and I would be able to like just use the computer even when my parents were going to bed, because I'd be like, you know, oh, I'm using this for my homework, and they're like, oh, okay. Or I'd be like, I'm using this for a project. Oh fuck, they have prismatic ending. Oh. One thing I would also do that was really funny is I would just make spreadsheets. Like I would have Excel open with just like a shitload of words in different, and I would be actively doing something, but what I'm doing is just like nonsense. Like I would just have like spreadsheets open, and it's just like all the Smash Bros characters that exist and all their different moves, and then like another spreadsheet of like potential Smash Bros characters and just like the names of them and their moves and shit. I had to figure out something. And so I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. And I would just have that, and my parents would be like, all right, we're going to bed. You're working? I'm like, huh? Sorry, I was too focused on my homework. And they were just like, okay, sure, whatever. Like, they probably were thinking to themselves, like, oh, our kid's going to get into computers and make big money. Now look at me. Wrapped in a fucking blanket. Playing digital card games. I am working on a computer. Yeah, that counts. Go to is PowerPoint. PowerPoint, I remember thinking about like what I could do to look busy on the computer when my parents would try to come in and see what I was doing, or if like they were checking in on me before going to bed. And it wasn't that like they'd go to bed and I could be up all night or whatever. They'd get into bed and be like, you got an hour or you got half an hour or whatever. You know, I found in my head, I kind of like rationalize like, okay, so I can't do anything with images because my parents are going to assume that if I am like on my computer using like with any kind of video or JPEG, that is not work. So it has to just be like the most boring thing possible. And like, you know, bold these categories and just like, I have to make it look like I'm doing something because my parents didn't fucking know. God bless them, they didn't know. Oh, fuck. We can kill Adeline here, which is kind of nice. I am at 8. I think I'm going to take the kill on Adeline here. Then I'm going to make a bunch of pass tokens. Even though they can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can close the window, Sonny. What do you mean it's cold? My opponent also has 40 seconds left on the clock. And we won the first game. So, you know. I'm not intentionally trying to time them out or anything. But it doesn't look good. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have fast bond and core serve crew fix. That's kind of funny. What do I have that's white and blue in here? I already have that. So look at the bayou. Catch you later, Hungry Tanuki. Have a good one. Luris is restricted and timeless? That's so fucked. Can we get 40 likes? Yeah.
Ones that one is like the size that
Ooh. Dog walker cones? Okay. Oh, so you smoke on your dog walk? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But now I have we'll have 200 cones.
That's so many cones. I do like clones. I do like clones. I love clones. My husband is my personal cigarette roller. Let's put it that way. I'm sorry, opponent. But you took a long time. And he's telling me that he bought a bunch of stuff. So where'd you... EK, I saw that you... Where did EK go? Are you still here? I too am excited for Chicago. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm a little distracted. I'm gonna keep this in. Oh, come on. Put me on the plate. Whoa. You gonna do anything there, champ? Oh. Well, they've unmulliganed, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited for Chicago. Wish we could have gotten it. Well, there's no official Canlander side event, but we could have an unofficial Canlander side event. We did an unofficial Canlander event at Vegas and we got like 20 people. It was pretty sick. Oh shoot, what are my duels? This can get black-green, which is untapped, and then this can get no, I need Rafine's Tower and like Ketria Drown for Omnath. Oh, I could find Birds of Paradise. What am I talking about? So I could do, or I could find basic
Another
islands. Right, I think I should find basic.
Gives me conniptions.
Oh, Devil Risen.
Another one.
Devil Risen gifted
Gives me
3 subs to the
conniptions.
community. Very kind of you. Thank you so much. Those went to 3 and 4 Fifths, Fishore, and Rubber Duck Sauce. Thank you so much. That's extremely
Another one.
generous.
Gives me conniptions.
Rabble. Sentinel blocks Rabble Master pretty well. I'm going to play this fetch land because we can find ourselves a red source with this and then get Omnath on the table. I didn't catch the end of Wednesday night Paper Friendship. How did it all go? Any good polls? I don't know what's good. Like, I don't know if I could tell you. We did open some pretty cool and good cards, I think. I won a game. We did a... Ben and I played 2 games. He won game 1, I won game 2. This is pretty strong. Red, white, blue, and green. Play Omnath. Play this. Gain some life. Fetch. Get a Rafine's Tower. Gain some life. Play a Sentinel of the Nameless City. And I think I'm using my map right away. Do I want a map? Yeah, I kind of want a map here. Put the revealed card. Put Grist into my graveyard? No, I like Grist. Did I have a Gaston? I saw a couple of Gastons, but only the like cheap Gastons. I did win with LeFou, which is kind of funny. Treachery's pretty bad for us. Oh, I'm dead. Right? I guess I'm not dead. They had the time warp. 3, and then take that back. Damn, my opponent's deck looks pretty strong. Grist looking a little less appealing. You got a burn spell? Feels like they might have a burn spell. Yeah. I was actually going to say probably fire because they're taking so long to cast it. I could bring in Scoos because it blocks some stuff. Voice of Resurgence is usually pretty good in this. Don't like sail to the west here. I'll just do that. Excuse me. So they Ancestral Recalled on turn 1 and killed my Dork. And then they got a Rabble Master that we weren't able to check on the board. Pretty gross. It took some extra turns. Let's see. No. This is good. This is good. It's good. Keep. Don't need this right now. The Lore Cannon seems fun. I'd play it. If there was like a local group playing it, I could look at it on I don't want to this is a little awkward. I'm doing this. Yeah, Pixelborn. I could play on that. It doesn't actually look that bad. It looks pretty nice. Are they force willing this? Holy shit. Yeah, I'll take that. Force a will my Voice of Resurgence. Mana Drain? I'll just counterspell. Well. Bop. Yeah, Lore Cannon is pretty fun. It's shockingly easy to grasp, especially if you come from a, I think intentionally so, right? Like they want people to be able to understand how to play this game. Hey. Hey, what up? I think I'm going to sack my birds for this because I'm going to get Primeval Titan. Yes. Grab Rafine's Tower and Ketria Triome. And then we can just attack and time warp and all that. Topless and disappointed. I don't actually know the TOS. But like if it gets warm and if it's against TOS, I got nothing wrong with stream with my shirt off. That's fine. If it gets gross in here, but it's a little cold out right now. It's a little bit cold. Little chilly. I'm not going to do anything with that. But I am going to use this as an opportunity to find an Omnath. Or Grist might have actually been better than Omnath here. Yeah, there's your draw 3. Yeah, my opponent's deck looks great. Ancestral Recall, Force Will, Counterspell, like EI and Chart of Course. I'm not a bad card yet. All right, one bad card, but that's okay. We all get one. Everybody can play one bad card. It is your God-given right. Psionic Blast would be much better for their deck. They could pitch it to Force a Will. Do this wolf token though. Attacking for like 1 billion damage. Boom. Can I just kill you? I don't think I can kill you. I could play Eska's Chariot. I could go... I think Wallaroots into Eska's Chariot's pretty good. I ran 8 char during Ravnica Time Spiral. Oh yeah, because you had access to Psyblast from the Time Spiral, right? It was the on the bonus sheet. That's kind of funny. Oh, there's the time warp. This is only bad if they, you know, if they follow it up with like taking another turn or just like mucking my board, but it feels like we're in a pretty good spot here. I'm going to crew with my cats because I don't want to send them into battle if they don't have to. Mine collapse. Okay. If I hit them to 9 and then I can hit them for 9 on the next attack, and then this lets me pay for days. I would rather not. Lets me pay for days and miscalculation and spell pierce. So I'm gonna. They strike me as a deck that can play those cards. So I'm going to try and be a little safe if I can, which it looks like I can. Okay. Force of Will on a Voice of Resurgence is very aggressive. Music stopped again. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't even know if I should stream with music. Yeah, I'll keep this. A lot of people like to listen to their own music when they... Oh, that's a scary card out of your deck. A lot of people like to listen to their own music when they watch stuff. So, you know, I don't want to ruin that for them. I think I named green. Just want a bunch of green mana. Which is kind of why I like the... I kind of like the... Oh, if you don't have anything to follow this up, that is sick for me. Play Nash's music. Just like me like talking over it. Wall of Boots. I have Force Will in hand. They're thinking about Force Willing this. Yeah, they did. Very aggressive. Yeah, you can make some treasure. I think I'm okay with them making treasure. Oh. Well, now I don't even have a say in the matter. Exile Rafine's Tower. If they have Ancestral Recall, it's going to be a big stinker. 0 top, 2 bottom. Okay, let's go. If I play, I think I want to play the Caryatid. Because if they do find a blue source, they can keep it going by getting this off the board. But now I just get to forever chump block this. Okay, I don't care about the red source. Yeah, they're fucking gaming out of their mind. Courser of Krufix. Ah, yes, my big ape arrived in the mail. That's what we like to see. That's not what we like to see. I'm just gonna make some chump blockers. And I'm gonna chill. Just gonna chill. Do they have char? I swear to God I have lands in my lands deck. Oh dog. I know that they can kill this with what's its nuts over here. But if they value the cards in the graveyard and they might not, I mean, they didn't do it there. Why are they waiting until now? They just F6. That's fine. Come on. Oh, fuck. I should have just mystical tutored for natural order probably. I think I could have attacked with some of these past tokens too. I think I should be attacking with some of these past tokens because now they get to like Ancestral Recall or whatever. Ooh. Well, I think I'm getting natural order. Drawing natural order. Play a land. Sacking a past token, casting this natural order, finding a primeval titan over Hoof because Hoof isn't going to do anything here. Prime time triggers. Let's grab you and the Proving Ground. Play this. Okay. Great. Oh, I didn't play the Razorverge Thicket. Fuck. Right. I could have one more land and one more life. But Chart of Course, pre-combat Chart of Course is a pretty good sign. Yeah, I'm okay with pre-combat Chart of Course. I was told this would be top end list. That was the last deck. This one has a little bit of a top end to it. But if it means anything, I kind of cheated out. You can make an argument for me not to play these before I Omnath, but... Uh-huh. Green, blue, red, white, or Omnath. Draw. They could mine. No, they can't Mind Collapse because it's not their turn. Okay. All right, bye, opponent. Woo! 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 Yeah, the Koglin Yudaro art is great. Palantir has been showing up in your local 7-point. Palantir is like a reasonable Magic card. I guess it gets better too with the fewer cards in your deck. Oh, I should plug in my phone. Whoops. Whoops. Oopsies and doopsies. I just got one of those emails. It's like, hello, we're from the blank party. Or sorry, we're from a research thing. In the next federal election, which party are you going to vote for? Liberal, NDP, Conservative, Green, PPC, or other? I'm not going to reply because, you know, it's a scam, but I've always been clear about my support of the Ligma party. Yeah, I'll keep. Do I need all these triumphs? No, I do not. I really would have liked to have been on the play for one of these rounds. Especially with this kind of deck. I mean, every deck wants to be on the play, but we're a proactive deck. I'm not looking to react to what my opponent is playing. I'm not a react streamer. Oh, this blanket is so big. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I can't believe I've done this. Oh. There we go. Hey, look, I'm a consul of Rome. Oh, I'm dead or something. Yeah, I'll get dazed. Or mana leaked. I mean, I was always getting mana leaked. Interesting. It'd be really cool and good if they didn't kill my... Ooh, if they didn't kill my halfling. If I could cast an uncounterable Garrick. I would really enjoy that. How often do I, as a consul of Rome, think about the Roman Empire? I look like a dad playing a shepherd in a nativity play. Yeah, my kid's wise man number 2. Also, Attack Cowboy, I believe the package has arrived. The beach has landed, or rather, the beach has let it be known that the package has arrived. Kind of want to hold this fetch land. I'm going to Time Warp here. Or I could Pest Infestation. Yeah, let's Pest Infestation. The spell is so funny. It's just like... Yeah, it's obviously absurd if you have targets to blow up. But it's just like, yeah, I'll pay 5 mana, make a bunch of creatures. They could bounce. Oh, Mystical Tutor for Brainstorm? Do they have like an Oath of Druids? Mystical Tutor for Brainstorm is wild. That hurts. I guess that tells me they don't have a Wrath, or they have a Wrath in their hand and they just need to draw more. Oh, well, there's a target. But I think you're dead. I believe you're dead, opponent. Unless I'm dead. One of us is dead here. My kid legit played 3rd of the 3 Kings yesterday, but he was more into shooting people with his scepter than saying the lines. When I was a kid, the first time I was in the Hobbit play, I remember one of the lines of the trolls was like, mutton today, mutton yesterday, there's going to be mutton tomorrow, or whatever. It's just complaining about mutton. And I remember, like, anytime someone asked me, like, particularly an adult, if an adult asked me about, like, how's the play going, or like, how's rehearsal, I would just go, it's mutton today, mutton yesterday. And they just be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Who would complain about mutton? The trolls in the Hobbit. All right, I'll take this Voice of Resurgence. Grim Monolith, huh? Well, the Sail of the West plan's not super hot, but I don't mind making this switch. Mutton today, mutton yesterday. It's like every day I wake up and I open Palm Slam, Chronicles of Riddick into my VHS player. Yeah. Ooh, that's a good draw. I'm going to lead on Bird over Halfling because it opens up Utopia Sprawl to do some cool shit. I have some, oh no, I shouldn't talk about this yet. Never mind. I have some, I got some water in a jar. Hey, everybody, you hear about this? There's some water in a jar. I mean, you gotta admit, that's pretty cool. Riddick slander? None of that's Riddick slander. Hey, honey. Huh? Yeah, Kiefer loves Riddick. Good save. Great save. I wouldn't even be that wouldn't be breaking an NDA, but you know, it would be not as cool. I don't know. It's not always breaking an NDA. Sometimes it is. Green and that, and then I can Wall of Boots, and I can play a Voice of Resurgence. Great. This deck would have really liked a Cradle. Did we disclose what Redactus was Surge? No. I don't even... Surge made a comment on the internet about like, oh, he made a redacted joke, and I saw that and thought, hey, dude, that's my fucking bit. So I found the airport he was in, but I can't tell you what happened afterwards. You'll just have to wait and see. Button today. Oh. Mystical Tutor, huh? For a Tinker? Tinker's kind of gross. If it's Portal to Phyrexia, that's pretty bad. Can I just kill you? I think I can just kill you. No, it's 4, right? Yeah, I really would love a Guy's Cradle. So I can Halfling and then play Natural Order. And everything gets +4/+4. So that's 4, 8, 12, plus 17. Or plus 7, so 17. Or 19. It's not enough, right? Right? Am I missing a point? Because this can't attack. Is there a spot where I could do this? Get another creature in play? I don't think so. You know, I play this game for a living, and I don't even know if there's a way that I can just, like, look at my deck. It's right there. Yeah, not really. It's not really a good way for me to do this. I can't stop the Tinker, is the thing. I can't stop the Tinker. Oh, I don't even have Natural Order. I have Green Sun Zenith. What am I talking about? Just ignore me. Just ignore. Just. Oh. Whew. Oh, fuck. That's pretty funny, huh? I'm gonna kill Teferi. Oh shit. Good meta. Yeah, you know, it does. It gets the job done. I'll say this. You know, I'll say this. I don't have a headache. I'll get rid of that. And I'll blow up the Teferi. Yeah, I'll say this. I don't have a migraine right now. So you know what? That's pretty cool. It's Kind of unfortunate. I think I have to play the Triome here. Having a rebuy on the draw is kind of nice, but if we draw a natural order, they're dead. They are casting, or they're not casting Tinker, not with these. They have to have an additional mana source, which they could very well have, but they can't Tinker with the current mana that they have. Now they can Tinker. If they Tinker, it also depends on what they Tinker into. If it's like Portal to Phyrexia, it's kind of annoying. But then I just get this big elemental. If it's Mere Battlesphere or something, it's... yeah, this is fine. This does mean that they get to just like chump block constantly. Or they get their own Voice of Resurgence, which is pretty, like, it's positive on them. I can draw plenty of things to kill them here. We did not draw them. Yeah, we have a natural order in our deck, so it's never... no, it's never really over. Free mana. Bank Buster. Drawing with Bank Buster. We're at 16. Grist is pretty good at like slowing down the game too. Do I have a favorite CDH commander? Kinnan. I like Kinnan. That's Time Warp. I should have attacked before I Time Warp. That's okay. Much order? Derogatory speaker, huh? Okay. Okay. We could also just like maybe drain them with Grist, depending. They have a lot of creatures in play. Obviously, Gristing can backfire for us too. My favorite Keenan WinCon. I mean, I do like Basalt Monolith is the like boring one, but it's also a fun one. Some of the cards in Kinnan are pretty hilarious. Like, ooh, what's the, like, Nezahal is kind of funny. To me, Nezahal is like a very old school kind of card. You can know this. Keenan's occasionally awkward though, because it's just like you're playing CDH, and then just like your opponent, like the person across from you, is just like their hand is just all gas, and your hand is like, oh, this is like this is I got a hand here of Consecrated Sphinx. And like just a bunch of random cards. Original Ixalan wasn't that long ago, was it? 6 years ago? Yeah, that part of playing Kinnan is kind of fun. Or funny. It's not fun when it happens. I think I'd actually prefer like a food chain deck that has Kinnan in it. I have an Atraxa food chain list. That by that I mean I took a second place food chain, Atraxa food chain list, and like made one change. It is wild to me that CDH players, like so few CDH players, are playing Trinket Mage in some of their decks when they just like all have Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, like occasionally they have a Jeweled Lotus or whatever. It's just like a very... or like they have, you know, utility cards at 1, 2. It's just a very reasonable tutor in high powered formats that also just like have room to play these 3 mana tutors. Oh wait, I shouldn't F6. I mean, I could do it on my upkeep, but fuck, they have a comet. Oh, I roll a 5, so they get to dome me or a creature. They should kill the Courser, or yeah, they kill the Courser Crufix. Oh, I said, oh right, because it's comet.
Eggs.
What a cool card that I'm glad is in. Very cool card that I'm really glad is like legal in these Eternal formats. That is a very cool card. In my graveyard, which is currently 2. I think I have to kill Comet. This card's not real. This card's scarier than Scion of Urza over here. Scion of Urza is just going to make big idiots, and we can block that. What do we have? Horizon Canopy and like a forest, because now I'm going to want to have the Triome in my list. Guess I can just play this. All right, well, let's draw a Craterhoof, Behemoth, or Natural Order, shall we? That would be very cool and good. Weirdo of Oz, welcome back for the 34th month. Wow, that's 14 twice. I don't know about that. My opponent's deck looks kind of neat. They probably have Tolarian Academy in here, you know? It's kind of hot. You're gonna wither away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for reminding you about time. You wanna hear something that'll, I mean, this might not make you feel old because it's contextual to my playing, is that there are people in this community that were born around the time that I took a break from Magic. So like I took a break from Magic at like 2005. There are people that were born during that period of time from like 2005 to like when I came back in like late 2008 or like 2009 that are just like in chat kicking my ass at like Highlander and Gladiator. Like it's, no, not the mana leak. Oh, the Bankbuster can't draw them a card though. Voice of Resurgence coming at Grist, and you are coming at me. Hold on. Do they use this? They haven't used this yet, right? Unless there's like a thing hiding. No, they haven't used this. So it's going to be an 11-11 on blocks. 11, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I am I'm just taking it. I'm just taking it. Oh, they both attacked Grist. That's fine. Yeah, the math still works out. Winter Orb? What the fuck is this deck? Okay. Well, Winter Orb theoretically shouldn't be that bad. I mean, Natural Order still does it, right? Oh. I don't have the right mana. I'm gonna save time. I'm gonna save time. Did they just not activate? Wait, hold on. Did they not activate their Scion? Urza? Very confused. Actually, I don't know if I can kill them. If they block in such a way that kills my Primeval Titan. Yeah, I can't beat this. Okay, game 3. We're on the play finally. That's pretty good. I think I want to bring in Tamio because it's another Planeswalker. It works well with Garrick. Or works well with Time Warp and you know, does kind of this thing that we got going on. I think I'm doing that change. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's I know that I'm not old. I'm not old, but it oh, come on. I have to go to 5. Ugh. Well, it's a pretty reasonable 5-card hand. It's a turn 2 Grist. Going to 5 though is pretty unfortunate. Obviously. I think if that second hand had I need the black, so I gotta get Refanes. I think if that second hand had a green source, I keep it even though it's a 1-lander. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Grist. We're still kind of screwed against, like, getting a Portal to Phyrexia is just really bad for me unless I have like a Pest Infestation. Candle. Got a land. Oh, you don't. Holy shit. Of course. Of course. Speaking of course, I'd love Courser of Crufix. Would be such a good draw here. They currently don't have blue though, so even if they have Tinker, I have blue though. I think I want to crack this. Okay. If I draw like a mana dork that adds red, I'd want to play it to do this. Workshop, I'm not super scared of. Unless it provides colored mana. I mean, they're getting close to, whatchamacallit. They're getting close to Portal with Wormcoil, though. This is, or not Wormcoil, Portal with Workshop. Although I am a little worried about Wormcoil, which is why, probably why I stumbled on it. So now they can Portal to Phyrexia me. This has been an unfortunate match here. Don't think I'm finding. Yeah. I could find Pest Infestation. Hold up. Hold up. Hold the phone. Hold. Everybody slow down, all right? They're going to hit me with Portal to Phyrexia. And then I'm going to Pest Infestation. Everybody calm down. Slow down. They could also play Blightsteel Colossus, which would be kind of funny. But Portal's okay. Shame we didn't have Tamio, huh? Everybody simmer down. Orb? I would love to be able to mystical multiple things here. Oh, I should have. Give me this best infestation. I should have let them resolve this trigger and then mystical. I'm kind of turboing through because I don't know if I'm winning this game. 1 top, 1 bottom. Nah, dome me with your Blightsteel or that. That's fine. I'm not a coward. Yeah. Okay. All their mana is tied up in spells, like in artifact spells. Might not do anything here. Now I kind of want them to draw a card, depending on what they do. 1 top, 1 bottom. Yeah, you could draw a card. Ooh. 4 in my graveyard. Cats, cats, cats. Got blue, so now they can't Teferi because they don't have the workshop mana. It went all in on this portal. They could Blightsteel, right? Or theoretically. They could tinker something into Blightsteel. Sack the Wellspring, which is kind of hot. I think that's likely what they're doing. Oh, they're sacking the Grim Monolith. Okay. Go for a Winter Orb. No, they will go for Blightsteel. Yeah, you could draw a card. I'm not even going to load up the cat car. I'm just turning shit sideways, baby. Vroom! Block the cat. Take some damage. Go to my second main and alt Grist. God, I love Vintage Cube. Mull to 5. Don't matter. Don't matter. This text's kind of funny. Okay. What time is it? Yeah, I could do more. Oh, I gotta open the thing for content though. Hold on. We gotta open the treasure chest for content. Wait, I have a free entry? For what? We did it. We opened a card. Look at this. We actually opened a card. This has got to be like what? 3 tickets? Actually, Modern might have it be a little bit more. Huh? You all right? What's up? Steam vents from Guild Pact. Come on, what does it say? 1 ticket. Not to brag. Not to brag. Free entries for regular Vintage Cube starting next week. Oh, there's more cube? I guess it's the holiday cube. You know, well, came here to content, so I'm going to keep contenting. It's all content. Yeah, I mean, my Planeswalker just pooped out a 1/1 every turn. Cube for the Cube Gods. Reminder as well that in 2 hours and 20 minutes, I might just draft this and then, I don't know how many games I'm going to get to play. But in 2 hours and 20 minutes, I'm going to be playing Lethal Company with Amy the Amazonian, Krim the Asian Avenger, And Voxy the Weasel. Lethal Company, the hit viral sensation with your favorite Magic the Gathering streamers. Wow. Speaking of WoW, what the fuck is in this pack? We got a Volcanic Island, which is just a pretty good duel. I don't know if I want to take Urza Saga without having anything currently. I mean, I could take Saga. This card is messed up. I just like hope to get like a Retrofitter Foundry or obviously Moxen. Fractured Identity, again, pretty good Magic card. Shallow Grave, it's pretty strong, but Shallow Grave's like not the big reanimation spell. But like, I don't know. We got Volk Identity Saga. I could just take Volk because it's Volk. Yeah, the LC streaming's like 2 hours, 20 minutes. I'm going to take the Volk. We got Force of Will. We got Palace Jailer. Oh, we got a Mana Vault. Yeah, I'm going to take a Mana Vault. Take this Mana Vault. Force Will, Palace Jailer. I mean, that's a good... There's a candle. Ooh, Saga targets. Troll. Eternal Witness. Okay. This pack's kind of stacked for cards that are like... Cards in Vintage Cube that people underrate. Which is just, you know, Troll, Questing Beast, Fire Blast, Halfling. Inti's like a reasonable Magic card. Obviously not the most exciting thing you can do. Like Knight of the Reliquary and Witness seem like are fine to play. I'm going to take Mana Vault. Ooh. I'm going to take Fury. Because this card is unreal. This is an unreal Magic card. I'm going to take Fury. Trying to get the other one. Yeah, Deep Cavern Bat's also like pretty good too. I'm gonna take this Fury, and there's a couple of cool cards that we could wheel. I mean, Hex Drinker, obviously these dual lands. There's a red talisman here that's pretty good. Hex Drinker, people don't like to respect. Take Fury though. Oh, I mean, we could do something spicy if we wanted to. There's also a Mishra's Workshop. Mishra's Workshop is likely just better than Goldspan. Goldspan is going to wheel, right? I could take Steam Vents. Good Steam Vents and Workshop. I really like blue. I used to really love blue-red in Cube. I feel like it's gotten a lot worse. Or at least for this cube, it's worse. But, you know. Yeah, I'm going to take Steam Vents and see what I can cook with that. Ooh. I think the more disciplined... I don't actually think Steam Vents is the disciplined pick. I feel like Steam Vents is the, like, unnecessarily safe pick. Could take Persist. Persist is really good with Fury. There's a Lotus Field, and we know a Candelabra of Tawnos is going around. I'm not doing too much with that. There's a Bitter Reunion. I'm going to take Persist. Persist is really good with Fury. Ooh. We could take From the Catacombs. There's a Blood Crypt. There's a Teferi 5. I think I'm going to take From the Catacombs. This card really impressed me. It's messed up. There's a... Ooh. Okay. We got a Snuff Out. We got an Oliphant. We got a Colgan's Command. I bet I could wheel... No, the last two cards... I mean... I think I'm taking Snuff Out. Because it's a free spell. Oliphant's really good, though. Maybe I should take Oliphant. Oliphant just like makes your mana so much better. I'm going to take Oliphant. Final answer. And then just try to wheel something. I'll take a Wormcoil Engine. So now should I take the Shallow Grave? I think I like it better than Blackcleave Cliffs and Glorybringer. I'll take Shallow Grave. Okay, we're doing something. Snuff Out's really strong. Obviously, it's a free spell. But like this card is just like fixes our mana, puts a creature in the graveyard for Persistent Oliphant or From the Catacombs. It's not the best persist target, but it still just kills people. Works pretty good with Fury. If we If we end up being like black-red, but with like a blue splash, then Oliphant is going to just give us another blue source too. It's kind of nice. Yeah, we got some stuff going on. We got some stuff going on. Spellseeker works if you're getting good magic cards. Bonfire of the Damned is not a playable magic card, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Ooh. I think I'm just taking Deep Cavern Bat. Taking my Deep Cavern Bat. Kind of works in these decks. Persist my Deep Cavern Bat? Lose my Deep Cavern Bat? Oh, you got the Seeker Walk package and draft? I haven't done that yet. It's something I've always kind of been thinking about. I've gotten the Eternal Witness Ephemerate Soul Herder package, but like I didn't get a time warp or a time walk. Ooh. So we could take Bitter Triumph and kind of do some reanimation stuff, or I can take an extra. I don't want to play Hexdrinker. I'm going to take Bitter Triumph. Okay, I'm going to try to do some reanimation stuff. I'd like some big boom booms, some entombs. Like entomb. Who doesn't love entomb? I'm not a huge fan of Ledger Shredder in the skewed red Empress. It's like a card that if I get it on the wheel, I'm like, cool. I've got a 2-drop. Like if you're playing the like low to the ground blue red decks, or the low to the ground, I'll take Goldspan. The low to the ground like blue white or blue black, like Fallen Shinobi decks and stuff, then it gets some extra points because it's just a 2-mana evasive creature that can loot. Fill up your graveyard for some of these delve spells, you know. Chupacabra is a good pickup for this. I like it better than Voldaire and Epicure. Okay, we got the like black-red fair kind of like reanimation mid-range kind of stuff. You can do some good stuff with this. Neither K Command nor Snuff Outwield, which is a little worrying. I mean, the other cards in that pack were pretty bad. So like, yeah. Snuff Out I knew wasn't going to wheel. K Command you could like maybe see a wheel, but Unburial Rites is just like not a real magic card in this cube. And I might still play it. If we get like a Plateau and like a Savai Triumph or something from my Oliphant, like I can maybe play it. Or a fetch. You know, there's some stuff. Hey honey, what would you eat for food tonight? You got anything you're interested in eating? For ordering, I should clarify. I like how you asked that. What would you eat for food? Yeah, that's just a totally normal human thing to say, right? 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 You gotta believe me. Oh, I can make cornbread too. I've been making vegan cornbread a lot. There's a really good recipe that I found. I just trimmed the sugar a little bit, or you could switch the sweetener. It's really fucking good. Ooh, there's a Mind Twist. I'll take Mind Twist, and then like we can wheel Night's Whisper, Burst Lightning, or an Arid Mesa. I'm going to take Mind Twist. Mind Twist is Mind Twist. It's pretty good. Come on, Entomb. Give me Entomb. If I see an Emrakul, I might take Emrakul too. We saw an Ulamog, but Ulamog is not the same as Emrakul. You can Shallow Grave Ulamog someone and they can still survive. Shallow Graving an Emrakul is just... it's just game. You're dead. Okay. There's the Entomb. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I'm taking Entomb. And then we can wheel Fire Covenant. This card is pretty strong. Robber of the Rich, Virtue of Persistence. This is the Debtor's Knell, right? Yeah. I'm going to take Entomb. Entomb is like one of the top 10 non-power 9 cards in the cube. Like, this card's fucked. It is just so good with so many things. Yeah, he just gotta ask nicely. I got a recipe for that vegan cornbread? Yeah. So the recipe is gonna have a shitload of sugar in it. And I'm going to recommend you make I'm gonna recommend you either try a different sweetener. Ooh, there's a Ragavan. And a Thoughtseize, but I'm gonna take Ragavan. I think I want Ragavan. Do I want Thoughtseize? Thoughtseize is the best like disruption spell. We have some disruption. Ragavan's so good unchecked. And we have removal. So Ragavan can help us ramp into our threats. Yeah. I posted it in chat there. I'd recommend taking the sugar for that recipe and maybe doing one of a couple of different things. You can use like a brown sugar or like a raw sugar, use a bit less and use that, and then have it be a little more, rich and less like just in your face sweet. Just a little more depth to it. You can use like maple syrup or molasses. That's pretty good. Or you could just like cut down the sugar, add a little more salt, and make it, just pretty tasty. Oh, this pack's really good. We got Dark Ritual. We got a Tolly. And we have Croxa. Croxa's gonna wheel. Yeah, you could use Splenda. That'd be fine. Whatever the sweetener is the least important part of that recipe. And same as the OL. I mean, honestly, it's just like looking at them and knowing the ratios are important. I could take Dark Ritual because we have Mana Vault. We're already kind of doing that. I kind of want to take a Tolly because this card is just, I haven't gotten to play with a Tolly. I bet people will disrespect Dark Ritual because there's like an Echo of Eons and a Chromatic Star and stuff. I'm going to take a Tolly. Ooh, I'm going to take Duretti. Duretti seems kind of cool. We can, sack some stuff, sack our Mana Vault, make blockers, kill things. Like sack our Wormcoil. I'll take Makeshift Mannequin. Ooh. I don't like Imperial Seal as much as the instant speed ones. And we're not like kill you when we cast Imperial Seal. So I'm going to take Flame Tongue Cob. I'm going to take this Polluted Delta. It's better than Infernal Grasp. I'll take Burst Lightning. I think it's a little bit better. We could play Time Warp. Oh, Fire Covenant Wield? Fucking let's go. This card's really strong. Kills people dead. Our deck's a little thick, but we can, we can find something. I don't know why I cut these. I cut them to be like, look at our deck, and then no. Yeah, if we open like an Ancestral Recall or a Flash, I could take Kaido. I'm not playing Evolve Sleeper. Yeah, I'll take Kaido. Like, we can splash blue super easily. Like, trying to think what else. I'll take Croxa. Entomb Croxa. I need a... I'll take the Mom Pop Thopter Shop. Kind of need a, like an Animate Dead or a Necromancy. Yeah, could go for that. I have some reanimation spells. None of those talismans in the other pack wield too. There must be somebody that's just like taking every talisman. Ooh, there's a Mana Crypt. I'm gonna take Mana Crypt. There's Animate Dead, but I can't pass Mana Crypt because we're also just like doing the big mana thing with like the backside being the Entomb stuff. I'll take Mana Crypt. This pack is stacked. Look at these 4 cards. Crypt Channel, Balance, Drain. Animate Dead, Lightning Bolt. The problem is I take crypt and then I don't, like, what am I going to wheel here? Like, I take crypt and then hoping to wheel bolt or animate dead. It's not great, but, you know, maybe we can get there. Inquisition of Kozilek. Could just take, I like it over a Braid. Don't want to play any of these blue cards. Yeah, I'll take okay. Oh, almost double clicked. I could take Hull Breacher. Could take Grief. I think I'm taking Grief, right? Grief works well with what we're doing. We might not even play this blue splash. Bob seems a little aggressive. The Orb? Yeah, I'm going to Orb people. Okay. Oh. If only I had... Well, hold on. Can I get away with Comet? We have treasure generators. I could play some white mana. What am I playing? If I pick this pack, what am I playing out of it? Like, I don't think I'm playing this Chain Lightning. I'm going to take this Comet. Ooh, there's Bone Shards and Fiery Confluence. Fiery Confluence is pretty stacked. Go take. I like having it as a sweep. Oh, there's the Plateau, so we can play our Comet. All right, I'll take the Plateau. But it's not a. If we can wheel Godless Shrine, like, if we can wheel the Godless Shrine, we can find the Plateau off our Oliphant too. What if I just scrap some of this reanimation stuff? Like, I can keep From the Catacombs and Persist. Oh, Toxic Deluge. That's a hell of a card for the sideboard. I don't actually know if I need this. Maybe I don't need Bitter Triumph if we're doing this. We have Fury. I'm definitely keeping Persist. I want to figure out if I'm doing Shallow Grave. I was watching your blue-white control draft on YouTube and was like, wait, the real thing might be happening? What do you mean? Like drafting like a normal deck in Cube? You might actually be drafting right now. Oh, I see. Yeah. There's a chance. There's always a chance. Remember, if it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'm here. Or I'm at Lure. I'm at one of these places. Oh, and we got another red-white duel. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. I'll play.
That is no regular monkey. His name's Wheeler. He's a trained
Ooh, a
duelist.
Liliana? Ignition Point. Thank you for the 200 bits. Ooh, I could take Bob. Bob in this deck seems like it's just going to kill me. Like, I got Fire Covenant, Bitter Triumph, Mana Crypt. Like, all these 5 drops. I've never played Canadian Highlander before, but I built my first deck just from EdgeCon Chicago, and I want my first game to be against you. This is my challenge to you. Well, I'll be in Chicago. I'll have Canadian Highlander on me, and I will fight. Any deck is a Bob deck if you're brave enough. Yeah. Is there a world where I play this Beseech the Mirror? I might play Beseech the Mirror. It lets me cast Comet. Like, I think I might play this Beseech the Mirror. I don't know how I feel about the Shallow Grave. Maybe the Shallow Grave is fine. We have enough ETBs that I like don't hate the idea of Shallow Grave here. I need to cut 2. I mean, I could cut Entomb. I could cut Entomb and Shallow Grave. need to cut this. I think I need to play this. Entomb, cut Bob. Do I need this Bitter Triumph now? I worry that I might be a bit too thick on the curve. Yeah, I do have, well, okay, so I mentioned Beseech because I'm primarily black, and we have Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, Treasure Token from Ragavan, the Orb, Duretti tokens, tokens from Comet itself, like treasure tokens from Goldspan Dragon. Like, we could sacrifice these cards and then pop off. I could play on Burial Rates. I don't think I want to, but you know, we could do that. I could also just play Wormcoil Engine. It's a good card to reanimate. I don't think I want Bitter Triumph. I think I'm just going to cast these cards. Yeah, I'm going to get a little greedy and play this. Yeah. Oh, you didn't add? Why does it do this? Do I have time to play a game? I got time to play one. This leaves people hanging on, you know? They want more. It's a shame that we didn't find anything for our Blue Splash. But, you know, sometimes it happens. So anyone ever played Bob, Shadow, and Tasker and Gurmag Angler in the same deck? Oh, yeah. A bunch of times. Unfortunately. One of my favorite Magic stories, especially about Canlander, is I lent cards to someone for like a tournament or whatever, for a Canlander tournament. I think I must have been like the week before, but I lent cards to someone. One of those cards was Demonic Tutor, and I needed that Demonic Tutor for our weekly Canlander night because I was going to play blue-black High Tide with Demonic Tutor in my point spread. And I'm like, hey, are you going to be at Monday night? Like, I need this tutor back. And they're like, yep, for sure. And then, you know, Monday night rolls around and like they got into like a car accident or something. And they're like, hey, I can't make it. I got to deal with this or something. I think it was an accident, something with an accident. They were fine, by the way. They were fine. And so they couldn't show up. And I'm like, fuck, does anybody have a Demonic Tutor? And nobody had an extra Demonic Tutor on them. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I have some other cards that I can play in my point spread. Like I could just play other like good blue draw cards, I guess. And, but I still want to play like the Yawgmoth's Will package and whatnot. What can I add? Like, is there another black card that I should be playing? And for whatever reason, I thought the way to go was I'm going to play Dark Confidant in my High Tide deck. Because people will know that I'm on some bullshit and they're just not going to have removal spells. Yeah, I'll keep. And so I kept, I put this Dark Confidant in my High Tide deck. Now, I should also mention that this version of High Tide that I was playing also had Show and Tell, Omniscience, Emrakul. Like that was a part of it, is that I was a High Tide deck, but I also could like Demonic Tutor and play the black tutors and pivot into like Omnitel. I'm going to get that 4th Aerolingus out of here. And so I'm playing my round 1, game 1 with my deck, with my Dark Confidant High Tide Omniscience deck. And sure enough, on turn 2, I play Dark Confidant. My opponent goes, oh no. Like they just realize what's happened. They're like, oh God, I do not have an answer to this. Like I have nothing against this Bob. It's going to draw them so many cards. I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. This is it. This is how we win. I'm so smart. I didn't even need Demonic Tutor. My first Bob flip is Omniscience, and my second Bob flip is Emrakul, and I just die. Oh fuck. It's so funny. Like, I look back on it and I'm like, this was the right call, huh? This is the right call. Just play blue-green high tide. No, I saved that. I saved the blue-green high tide for other people. I just convinced them that it's the right thing to do. Okay. Well, I'm gonna play this grief. To get this lightning bolt out of their hand or potentially something else. Reprieve? Got a reprieve? What you thinking? Gonna bolt the grief? If you bolt my grief, it opens up my monkey. I also have a dragon that's pretty good here. Excuse me. Oh, that's a good hit. Whew. Parallax wave. Yeah, it's just, I'm a genius, oh no. Sacred Foundry. Okay. And his Ancient Tomb and Unknown. I'm getting pecked away at from this Esper Sentinel. It's a pretty good draw. I'm going to play Dragon. It's very funny that this hand I kept would be like infinitely too slow for even like Highlander. But here it's just like, take a look at this. I've got a dragon. I went turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 nothing, turn 3 nothing, turn 4 grief, turn 5 gold sped dragon. Oh. Oh. Got March of Otherworldly Light? What do they think? What you got? Cowboy Magic. It's true. People think about Cowboy Magic, they're just like, oh yeah, it's the like Lotus Petal Dark Ritual, like Chrome Mox Manamorphose Time Twister hands. That's Cowboy Magic. It's like, no, Cowboy Magic is also just like keeping these hands where it's like, I mean, this is gonna get there. What are they gonna have? Things? Hell no. Banana bread, dude? Hell no. Were we avoiding monkey movement on principle, or do we think the opponent had more friends for bolt? I didn't want a monkey and use the treasure because I kind of wanted to dash the monkey. And I knew they had bolt before the grief, so I didn't want to just like extend my monkey into that. Because grief can likely, if grief takes 2, if they bolt my grief takes 2 cards, or it takes bolt and they have nothing else, and that's also pretty cool to me. So I wanted to save the monkey. I didn't know that they had the Bone Crusher Giant, but where's Lethal Company taking place? On all of our streams. So like I'm gonna go offline, then I'm gonna go online again at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Ooh. Oh yeah, this deck. Look at this. Look at this. This is great. I'm gonna cast this elephant too. Just so that, like, you know. I want to be able to kill them even if they have removal next turn. And they don't really strike me as a... Well, I could die to Winds of Abandon. Maybe I don't play this. Maybe I just go like, well, if you got Winds of Abandon... Like, I want something. Oh, that's funny to me. I don't know. That kind of... actually, do I want Deluge or do I want Confluence? I think I want Confluence. The bat is a low cost card, but bat kind of loses a little bit of value here. I don't know if I need this much removal. Maybe it is like, maybe I get rid of Liliana. I think it's Liliana. Got a 3 out of 4. Yeah, we just did big fucking donkey stuff. That's great. Who doesn't love playing? I'm gonna keep. Who doesn't love playing big donkey magic? You know. I think I'm keeping. Grande Arroyo. Your own monkey? Ooh, figure of destiny. This deck is very hateful to creatures. I'm not bolting it because obviously if they put mana into it, it's pretty good. I'll take 1. But also they could like... Now I'm killing it. Please don't Fourth Aerolingus me for 1. Oh, that's not great, but yeah, it's fine. I gotta kill this stupid goblin. This is just so funny to me. I don't know why. It's just like, oh shit. This feels like the kind of Canlander deck that you lose to, and then you like go to the other people in your car, and they're like, "What happened to your match?" I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like they burst lightning by like 1 drop, and then just like Fire Covenant into Comet into like hard cast Fury, and I died. Oh yeah, Fourth Aerolingus. This is why this card is so good, by the way. I knew I would get something from it. Ooh. What the dog doing? Oh shit. Yeah, this is great. That's such a good creature to get with the Fire Covenant. They still have Fourth Aerolingus in their deck, right? Like they always have this potential like, oh, never mind, now I'm the winner. Because they got Ancient Tomb and they got Mana Vault and shit. Yeah, like if they Fourth Aerolingus here, it's not good for me. Although Comet gets to untap, which is pretty nice. Proud Hound Coffee, welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing and joining us. That means a lot to me. Glad to have you. Good to see you. That made me sub. What about this called shot on the Fourth Aerolingus? All right, we got a game. Think about attacking Comet. Yeah, is that like you're giving me the Monarch back at some point in time. Ooh. I rolled a 4, huh? Pick a creature. I'm gonna kill this Reflection. I would like to, stop drawing lands though. That'd be cool. Okay, or that. So now they have to have a way of killing Fury to get through. And like they showed us Lightning Bolt. They could have Lightning Bolt. Obviously Bone Crusher Giant isn't going to do it. Sacred Foundry, you taking 2? Taking 2, opponent. He took 2. 4 mana. Palace Jailer's pretty good. Although, well, it importantly makes them the monarch. Yeah, Jailer's not bad. They get to equip the Jite. Damn. Their deck's not that bad. No, it means they can kill Comet. They attack with the token, and yeah, they get the 2 counters. Our plays were pretty cool, but we have effectively drawn 3 blanks. So we need, like... well... Just take it. Just take it. Just click through. No. Okay. Wormcoil Engine. Hard to kill. They've already used Palace Jailer. We obviously have a bunch of removal in our deck that can help us push through damage. We have dragons. That's another card that deals some damage. We have big dragons that can just like fly over. Oh, fucking Path to Exile. Come on. All right. Well, here's hoping we draw a dragon, I guess. Or a Tolly. Tolly would be pretty good. If the dog rolls, I think the dog just dies, right? Yeah, the dog just dies, unfortunately. Okay, 1 dragon, please. Or not. Yeah, I'm okay just losing the game. Damn, I can't believe we lost that. We drew a bunch of lands. They had stuff too. Okay. Well, I did kind of force this into existence, I guess. So maybe I do want Deluge as well. Wormcoil's a little less exciting knowing what they have. So I'm going to run this back. Yeah, I found a dragon. I can't even keep this hand. Not even I can keep this hand. This hand I can keep. I believe it is this. Don't think I'm playing this orb. I think I'm going to play a Fury. Oh. We got twins. If they go planes into 4th Aerolingus, which I think they're doing right now, it's pretty bad for us. Yeah. Or they could just be, if they play a dragon, it's fine. Oh, yeah, that's okay too. That's fine. Let me get this orb going. Damn. One of our red sources. Trying to think what I'd do if they go Lelia equip. Because we can deal with 4th, at least like the Monarch's introduced, but... Is this Fable? No. I gotta stop talking. I really gotta stop talking. I like... Well, Fable's not bad. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to pay 7 fucking life to not get got here. Or I could just draw a spot removal. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I have to do this. Yes, there's going to be Lethal Company after Magic. I'm going to take the stream offline, then back online for Lethal Company at 5, which is about an hour and a half from now. Oh. Oh, right, I can't undo that. Well, bottom's fine. I could keep Mind Twist, but, you know, it's a little gross. Also, we have some pretty stellar draws. Like, we can... They're slowly taking damage. This orb is going to start drawing us some cards. If we draw a Tally, it's pretty hot. If we draw, you know, a reanimation spell, it's pretty good. I do need a second black source at some point. Sure. They're like pretty low on mana. They're going to just start taking a shitload of damage from this Palantir. There's a... Kill that. I'd love an Atali. Ooh, or that. I'll take this card. This card's pretty good. Yeah, we got them on a timer. They're at 11. But they obviously can gain some life. You're gonna bolt my fury? You're chain lightninging me? Oh fuck. Am I just dead? What? I'm gonna grief them. Oh. I don't have enough black to do this all. I'm gonna grief them. Maybe I should have evoked grief. What the fuck was that? Chain lightning me? You're gonna bolt me or are you gonna bolt fury? No, I guess if you chain lightning me, you're going for the bolt you plan. I'm like paranoid now. Oh. Oh. You can discard Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, I'll draw it. I'll draw that. It seems pretty good. I could have tried to find a black source and then like entomb for a dragon and then kill them. Oh, okay. Well, you know, fucking justice after that game too. Justice. Oh yeah. This is great. Yeah, look at how interactive that was. Wasn't that wild? Anyways, I gotta call it there because I have to do some stuff around the house. You know, eat, do some dishes. Maybe I should do something with my hair. It's Lethal Company. Who cares? It's going to be scary. So I'm going to call it there. Thanks everybody for watching. However, in 1 hour and 30 minutes, so an hour 30, right now, set your timer, set your clocks, set your watches, set your sundials. In 1 hour and 30 minutes, I'm going to be playing Lethal Company with Amy the Amazonian, Voxy the Weasel, and Krim the Asian Avenger, and Benjamin the _ Wheeler. It's going to be a blast. None of them have ever played the game. They're all going in not knowing anything about the game. And I know barely anything about the game. So, you know. So that's going to be in an hour and a half. And I'd highly recommend tuning in. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to go offline, take the break, then I'll bring it back online for that. Thanks everybody for watching and tuning in. Reminder, cardkingdom.com, sponsor the channel. Use that link to pick up your cards. I know I did. Mana Traders, use that link and that code to sign up for Mana Traders, and you can play Canadian Highlander against me or other people for like $20 a month or other formats. I've been playing a lot of Vintage and been enjoying it quite a bit. Also, there's a YouTube channel where all the VODs go, and there's a new achievement, We Would Love Magic, coming out tomorrow. So check that out. Let me drop you kids off somewhere. I imagine one of the 3 people that are joining me they're going to be online. Yeah. Voxy is still streaming. So go watch Voxy for the next hour and 30 minutes, and then come back and, well, you'll still be watching Voxy in a way. But I'll see y'all later. Okay, bye.